shortstop number 6, Mauro Rondon. And your man on the mound, starting pitcher number 20, Mitch Talbot. And the manager of your Sugarland Skeeters number 5, Pete Incapilla.
Nation, welcome to another edition here of Sugar Land Skeeters baseball here at beautiful Constellation Field. Your 3-2 Sugar Land Skeeters are getting set to host the 2-3 Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in game number 6 of the 2019 Atlantic League season. Ryan Posner joined by our assistant GM and pregame host extraordinary Kyle Dawson here as we get ready to call another night of baseball here at Sugar Land, Texas. Kyle, how are you? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Ryan. It's glad to be here at the ball yard.
It's another great night at the ball yard, and we got a good pitching matchup tonight, an opening day rematch at Daryl Thompson versus Mitch Talbot. Let's take a peek at what happened last night. It was a 7-1 win for your Skeeters. 14 hit. It was singles night at the ballpark last night, as all 14 hits were singles. That's pretty incredible. An incredible feat. Dallas Beeler got the Skeeters out in the right direction.
You know, last night showed the Skeeters the ability to put the ball in play, just use their speed, get the job done.
It was a beautiful night as Dallas Beeler threw 5 scoreless, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts and a walk. He picked up his first win of the year, and as Kyle alluded to, the speed was killer last night. 5 stolen bases. That was a season high for your Skeeters. They lead the Atlantic League actually through 5 games with 9 stolen bases. CJ McElroy doing most of that damage. He's got 4 stolen bags. He leads the league early on.
I'll tell you what, he knows how to get on base and take advantage of the situation and use that speed. I mean, he is something else, and we're looking forward to a fun year with that guy.
Yeah, he is a threat to steal. He's always a threat to go, and he's been wrecking havoc on those base paths. And another guy who's wrecking havoc, that's the Elkins High, former Los Angeles Dodger, James Loney, went 2 for 5 last night at an RBI. He's got a hit in all 5 games this year, one of 3 players in the Atlantic League, along with Frank Martinez and Ruby Silva of the Blue Crabs. So James Loney, he took a year off last year to not play at the professional level, but he's come out and he's firing out of the gates.
Yeah, I can probably say the home cooking has been good to James Loney. You know, Elkins High and brought the state championship to him in 2002. And looks refreshed and he looks great.
Yeah, no, he's looking great, playing mostly first base. We'll probably see him on the mound here before too shortly, and also serving as a player coach, which is he's an invaluable mentor. A guy who's got 11 years of major league experience and swinging that hot bat. Like I mentioned, 2 for 5 last night. Skeeters relief pitching also been hot. They got a 1.93 ERA through 5 games this year. They've struck out 25 batters in 23 and a third innings. Their 1.93 ERA is second best in the league, and so all you really need to do, you saw last night, you just get 5 innings and turn it over to the bullpen, and that's the recipe.
That's going to be the strength this year, you know, just give it to the bullpen, let those arms do their thing, and, you know, it's going to be a good, successful season. You know, as long as you can get those 5 innings out of your start.
Kyle, what do you got?
Attention Skeeters fans, we've got an overcast sky, 78 degrees, looking at about 10% humidity, winds swirling out of the south-southeast at 16 miles per hour. Sunset's going to be about 7:57 tonight. But no chance of rain, and sit back and relax and enjoy some Skeeters baseball.
Ooh, that was beautiful. Sounds like I'm getting ready to land into Houston Hobby Airport right there.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do there, right? For you know, let's make everybody relax. It's gonna be a great night at the ball yard, and we're gonna have some fun. We've got a pretty good crowd with our Silver Skeeters in attendance tonight.
Yeah, we got the first Silver Skeeters night at the ballpark as our senior citizens get ready to enjoy their first ball game of the year, and we're going to take a quick break here as the Skeeters are just about to take the field and the national anthem will be played, and your Skeeters get ready for game number 6 of the Atlantic League season. They enter 3-2. Daryl Thompson versus Mitch Talbot. Don't turn that dial. We'll be back here in just a minute.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price, where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day, where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter's coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball. The
Welcome back into the Skeeters broadcast booth. Ryan Posner with Kyle Dawson, our assistant GM. And let's take a look at how the Blue Crabs are going to line it up on a Tuesday night here at Constellation Field. Angeles Nina batting leadoff, playing second base. Ruby Silva out in right field. He'll bat second. Frank Martinez, a switch hitting third baseman, will bat third. Craig Maddox at DH. He'll bat fourth. Charlie Valerio, the catcher, will bat fifth. Tony Thomas, former Skeeter, going to bat sixth. Corey Vaughn at center field. He'll bat seventh. Matt Dean going to play at first base tonight. He'll bat eighth. And Edwin Garcia, the shortstop, he'll bat ninth. And on the mound for your Skeeters, Mitch Talbot, and Kyle's going to give you the lowdown here on Big Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch Talbot, he's 35, 6'1", 180 out of Cedar City, Utah. Last year, 4-5 with a 2.52 ERA in 18 games. Had 64 strikeouts, 22 walks. Gave up 31 runs and 98 hits, 9 home runs on the year. This is his third season here in Sugar Land after spending the bulk of 2018 with the AAA Columbus. With the Cleveland Indians minor league organization, he has 3 seasons of major league experience and appeared with Tampa Bay in 2018 and with the Indians in 10 and 11. So Mitch Talbot, he's a 4-seamer, 2-seamer guy with a cutter and a slider.
And Mitch Talbot misses outside for a ball as we're underway here on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field. Kyle rambling off those stats like Schwab, the former Stump the Schwab guy at ESPN. That was beautiful as Silverio fields that one off to his left toward the line, fires over to Loney, and in time for out number 1. So just like that, we are underway.
Nice play by Silverio, and you look at the Skeeters, the defense has been strong so far this year. They're making the routine plays, but they're also making those hard plays like that. That ball's to his backhand side and made a strong throw over, made it look easy.
Yeah, certainly did look easy. Once Silverio, that was a hot shot over there, and fires over to first for out number 1 as Ruby Silva going to step on in. Right fielder for the Blue Crabs, and a good sign there. Angeles Nina back on opening day, got Mitch for a single. Kind of got things going early, and they never stopped. It was a 9-1 win for the Blue Crabs, but he's got out number 1 here tonight.
Yeah, hit 400 on the year with 5 RBIs so far, so good start.
Yeah, Ruby Silva has been just tormenting Skeeters pitching, but last night they were able to corral him just a bit. Ruby was 2 for 4 at a couple singles.
Hey, Scott Podsum making an appearance here.
I know, Scotty P, the Longhorn Scott, if you listen to the Texas Houston airwaves on radio might recognize him.
I'm sure he has an opinion on this game.
I mean, we're only a few pitches in, but yeah, always good for an opinion. And happy to see him back here at Constellation Field. It's good times. Thank you. And 3-1 now from Talbot to Ruby Silva, fires back and fouls out of play. Scotty worked with us for, Kyle, you would know better than that. He was our vice president of sales for a pretty good amount of time.
Yeah, I worked with him the first season, 2012, and then he came back to us for a couple seasons.
And that one taken care of there. Out number 2, so quickly 2 away. And the top of the first here in the Tuesday night at the ballpark. But yep, Scotty, he departed us right before the offseason.
Yeah, but he's going to go be a banker. So, you know, a good opportunity for Scott. I know he's going to miss this, and he's put a lot into it for years. And, you know, he's always got our support. I know we can call him anytime. So,
yep.
Wish him the best.
Good to see him back here early on in the year. So Frank Martinez is going to step in with 2 away here. Top of the first inning. Ryan Posner joined by Kyle Dawson, our assistant GM. Second pitch from Talbot in there for a strike, so 1-1 now. One now, Mitch low and in for a ball, 2-1. As I mentioned, Mitch got that opening day start for your Skeeters. Took the loss on opening day, allowed 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits and 3 1/3 innings pitched. Looking to rebound, doing a nice job so far as he gets Martinez to swing and miss at that one.
Yeah, it was a good pitch on the inside half there. 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Looks like a little bit of two-seamer they threw at him.
So quickly 2-2 now. Talbot to Martinez. And that one's chopped lightly over to Will Maddox. He's at second base tonight. He fires over Lona. So Will pitch Talbot doing a nice job here. Dealing in the first inning. He's got a 1-2-3 first. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time tonight as we're scoreless through inning number 1.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend Constellation Field. And watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime and Houston natives Mark Lowe. With over 34 years on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9 and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Gavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball. The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12, with 2 packages that are
We're back here at Constellation Field. Ryan Positive, we're joined by Kyle Dawson as CJ McElroy leads us off in first pitch swing, and he flies out to left field, and Tony Thomas, he is under that for out number 1. Let's get a look at the rest of that Skeeters lineup tonight. CJ McElroy, you just saw him leading off with a fly out. Jared Mitchell batting second, playing center field. Juan Silverio batting third. He's at third base. Cody Ashley in left field and batting fourth. Ryan Corrick going to be the DH batting fifth. James Loney over at first base. He is batting sixth. Cody Stanley behind the plate. He'll hit seventh. Will Maddox getting his first start as a Skeeter. He's batting eighth. And Alvar Rondon at shortstop going to be rounding things out at number 9. And Mitchell now up. Gets his legs out of the way of that one. Misses for a ball.
Yeah, Mitchell taken in the 23rd round by the White Sox last year with York, and now he's a Skeeter.
He did. He was a member of those York Revolution last season, and that one misses way inside.
Come on, Jerry.
So he was also a 10th round pick out of high school by the Twins back in 2006.
Jared Mitchell is what you would call a pretty premier athlete. He's a two-way former star at LSU, where they spell go G-A-U-X. I don't know why they do that, Kyle. Any
That's
insight
Cajun,
on that?
buddy. Cajun.
Cajuns out there doing things their own way, as Mitchell's got
Got to do it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Saying there, Ryan.
I'm from California, so it always kind of caught me off guard when you see the word spelled like that. But I know that obviously there's some rhyme to the reason. As Mitchell hits that one a ton to right field. Back goes Silva at the wall, and he is under it as the wind just kept that one in. Oh, my.
Yeah, with that wind blowing in like that, I mean, he did put a good poke on it, but it's going to take an extra special poke to get it out of here, especially in that right field playing as deep as it does.
My gosh, that ball couldn't have been hit any better. If that was in Lancaster, that would have been into the parking lot out in right field. But out here in Sugarland, it just goes down as an F9. It is tougher to hit the ball out to right here. To left, it plays pretty straight up. And on some nights, the wind does blow out to right. But
yeah, this time of year, you will get it out that way sometimes. Right now, tonight it's swirling, and it just switched a little bit. It's blowing straight east, but should be coming back around southeast again. So, you know, that's unfortunate for Jared. He put a good poke on it and has nothing to show for it.
Man, yeah, no kidding. That was a great piece of hitting there for Mitchell, just a little unlucky as Darryl Thompson now works a 2-0 count to Juan Silverio, the third baseman. Juan having a good start to his season. He's hit .318, has a home run of 4 RBIs through 5 games, and chops that one off the end of the bat toward Dean at first base, scoops it up, takes it himself. So it looks like we may have had a solo shot, but no dice as Mitchell just barely misses a home run here in the bottom of the first. We are still scoreless between your Skeeters and the Blue Crowds as we head to the second inning of play here at Constellation Field.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter's coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilla Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive.
And welcome back to Constellation Field, top of the second inning. Mitch Talbot on the mound. Your Skeeters and Blue Crabs are all knotted up at 0. Still, Ryan Posner joined by Kyle Dawson. Craig Maddox takes strike 1, so 1-1 here now in the top of the second. Kyle did a good job of alerting me the inning was getting going there. I was looking at that Jared Mitchell home run, and he tossed his bat kind of to the right a little bit. I think he thought he had that one too, and that goes to show you he must have just squared that one up and just got super unlucky, man. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Unfortunately, Jared probably needs to go talk to ownership a little bit about maybe
Move
moving
those
those fences in a little bit,
Oh,
which would
man.
probably be the joy of a lot of the left-handed hitters in this lineup.
Yep, absolutely. And Craig Maddox now 1-2. Mitch Talbot, scoreless first inning, chops that one at the middle to Alvaro Rondon at shortstop. Throws across to James Loney. Alvaro Rondon, smooth as silk. That's out number 1, 6-3. There was so Petco Park, when it opened up in San Diego, it played as a pretty big pitcher's park. And there was like this story that Phil Nevin, former first baseman, he played with the Rangers for a little bit. People in Texas might be familiar with him. He
Former Astro.
Former Astro, too. Yep, that's true. I think he started with the Astros. But he hit a ball to right center where it played mostly like a pitcher's park. And it hung up there, got caught out there, like 405-foot fly out. And he walks back and he just looked up at the general manager and owner's box and just pointed up there on his way back to the dugout. he was that mad. I don't think we're getting there yet, but it is tougher for left-handed hitters to hit for power out here. But, of course, they'll go on the road and they go to a place like Lancaster, and it'll be a lot easier as Charlie Valerio takes for a strike here. As Mitch Talbot is looking sharp through an inning and a third.
Yeah, but y'all are known for those big ballparks out there in California, so.
Which is weird because you think it would be the other way around as Valerio pops that one up. Juan Severio under it in shallow left field, or you could say just deep third base, I guess, and he's under it for out number 2. So 2 away.
Well, it's good to see Talbot getting some quick pitches here and getting the quick outs. You know, it's going to get him into the game a little bit longer and, save that bullpen for us. We've got those good arms, but, like we said last night, you definitely want to save them for a little bit later in that first half.
Yeah, it's that was very un-Mitch Talbot-like in his last start. We've come accustomed to him just kind of wheeling and dealing and scuffled a little bit, but it looks like to be on track here as he gets Tony Thomas to swing through the breaking ball for strike 1.
Yeah, that was a nice curveball there on the outside half. When you're talking about a starting pitcher, the first game, starting opening day, it's always going to be up in the air.
And Tony hits that one to Rondon at short. He stops it, gets to his feet, throws over to Loney, who picks it up, gets Thomas by a few steps. So 6 up and 6 down for Mitch Talbot here through 2 innings of work. Skeeters and Blue Crabs are scoreless here on Tuesday night at Constellation Field.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Cavilla build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime major leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former major leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
And welcome back. As we head to the bottom of the second here, Daryl Thompson on the mound, going to get Cody Ashley to lead things off here in the bottom of the second. No score between the Skeeters and the Blue Crabs. As Mitch Talbot, 6 up, 6 down, a sight we're looking to see after a little bit of a rough start on opening day, but we know Mitch was going to get back on track, and he sure has looked sharp as your Skeeters are 3-2. The Blue Crabs are 2-3 through 5 games this year. Tomorrow will be the series finale of the 7-game series as Thompson misses inside to Cody Ashley. Ball 1. So 1-0 here. Ashley takes upstairs for a ball. Daryl Thompson pretty much goes synonymously with Blue Crabs baseball. Right-hander won his 100th professional game in his last start here on opening day on Thursday. Through 6 scoreless as Ashley hits that one straight up the chute into shallow left field. Tony Thomas moves on in, and he's got it. So Cody Ashley down for out number 1 here. Mentioned Daryl Thompson, his 8th season with the Blue Crabs. That is a long time to be with one Atlantic League team. He's a player and pitching coach this year, and he was named the greatest Blue Crab of all time in the offseason by the Crustacean Nation faithful.
Really?
Can't
that
blame
is a
him.
long time to be with one team, you know. I mean, you expect in the Atlantic League you're probably on the back end of your career, or you're hopefully going to be pulled back up to the affiliated ball.
And he's a former major leaguer as Ryan Court takes strike 1. All the way back in 2008, he made his debut with the Cincinnati Reds. He played with them in 2011. Daryl Thompson is such a veteran. He was picked by the Montreal Expos all the way back in 2003 in the 8th round.
Well, I think it's a testament to the league too, though. You know, you get some guys that they can still play the game, you know, and they still love the game, and they want to be here and put it on, you know, a good show every night for the fans.
And Court hits that one well to left field. Let's see if it has a distance. It does not, but it clinks off the wall down the left field line. Ryan Court on his way to second base. He'll have himself a stand-up double here with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, Cord turned on that ball, and, you know, he definitely got some pop, but he put a little bit too much topspin on that one. You know, last year, spending his season at AAA Iowa, he hit 11 home runs and 62 RBIs in 114 games for him. So, you know, he's a good quality, you know, professional hitter, and he showed it right there.
Yep, Ryan Court right there with the double. That's his second double of the season. And he's got the Skeeters going here with 1 out in a scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. Daryl Thompson was pretty sharp his first time around. Not much off him, just a couple of hits in his 6 innings of work back on opening day. Just 3 hits to be exact, 7 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. So the Skeeters with their first hit of the game between either team as James Loney steps on in and takes outside for a strike.
Of course, Loney, the former major leaguer from Elkins High School. Everybody pretty much knows he's just a quality hitter. Not going to hit for a lot of power, but he's a gap hitter. Going to give you a lot of doubles during the year and just a good contact hitter.
And he hits that one to the right side. Going to bring Nina in. He'll fire on to Matt Dean, but on to third base goes Ryan Court. So a 4-3 put out, but the runner does advance. 2 away now here in the second inning.
That was just a good piece of hitting right there out of Loney. You know, as a major leaguer, he knows he's got to get that guy over to third, put him in scoring position with 1 out. Just kind of rolled over a little bit on it, and probably not what he wanted in the swing, but he did his job. That's the main thing.
He moves the runner over. So now Cody Stanley going to come up with 2 away. Cody had an RBI single last night, and he is off to a pretty good start here on the early season. He's hitting .583. 4 ribbies, which is good for the team lead, tied with Juan Silverio.
Yeah, I mean, for him taking off a few years from baseball, I really like he's a good contact hitter. He puts the ball in play.
Yeah, he does a great job, and he also does the catching, which cannot be underscored. That's a tough duty, and it's going to get even tougher here as the summer heat piles on in. But I literally asked him, I'm like, so was that the first at-bat? And he cut me off. He's like, yep, those are my first at-bats in 3 professional seasons. So, yeah, he's coming in extra fresh, though. That's a positive way to look at it. That's what he said, too. He hasn't played in a few years, so he's feeling good. He hasn't played since 2015 when he's with the Cardinals.
Yeah, former Cardinal, and he's probably fresh. I mean, his knees feel good, and I'm sure the arm feels good. And he, as a catcher, you're never going to lose that idea of what you want to do with the pitching staff.
And Darryl Thompson, that's in for a strike, so 2-1 now. The count to Cody Stanley.
They keep pitching him away in this series, it looks like, and see what they do here.
He has shown the ability to take the ball the other way, as that one's also in for a strike. So I believe we got a 3-2 count. Got some weird, I think full count. Yep. So runner on third base, and Ryan Court 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Court had the double down the left field line, and Tony Thomas shading toward the left center field gap, expecting Stanley to pull the ball. And he pops it straight up into the infield. Let's see who wants this one. Frank Martinez looks like he's the guy, and Frank Martinez, who you have to always be careful. Make sure he looks that one in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he does get this one, though, for out number 3 in the second inning. So the Skeeters get their first hit of the game, a Ryan Court double, but that's all they get as we head into the third inning on a Tuesday night at the ballpark. Skeeters and Blue Crabs scoreless.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime major leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former major leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
And we head to the third inning here. Constellation Field. Ryan Posner joined by Kyle Dawson as Corey Vaughn, the center fielder for the Blue Crabs, takes for a ball 1-0 now. Mitch Talbot has looked great here in start number 2 on the year. It's 6 up, 6 down so far as Corey Vaughn, the center fielder, going to lead things off. 2-0 now to Vaughn as he takes that fastball away.
Pitch looked like he just barely missed. I don't know where. Down the heart of the plate, but he's been very efficient tonight so far.
He certainly has. Mitch has looked great as Vaughn breaks his bat, heads out, and that bat will die a hero as scoots on in to shallow left field. That bat, some of the pieces of that bat flew near the Blue Crabs dugout there on the third baseline.
I think Tank's going to be picking that up for a little while here, it looks like.
Yeah, that shattered into like 1,000 pieces.
I tell you what a good job those guys do. Tank and Big Mike. Big Mike lead the charge with our bad boys, but they do a heck of a job.
So Corey Vaughn aboard. Corey Vaughn actually took Mitch deep on opening day. Him and Tony Thomas both did, back-to-back. So we'll take the single there. Broken bat, just a little unlucky for Talbot. Kyle, as Mitch Talbot gets ready to fire in the first pitch to Matt Dean. You were telling me we have a birthday at the ballpark tonight.
We do. We got a special one. Big-time season ticket holder, Mr. Jay Ferry, celebrating his birthday down there in Suite 1. We want to say happy birthday to him. He's got everybody down there. They're having a good time. I know I will be down there later to say happy birthday to him, and hope they're having fun.
Jay has been a season ticket holder and a suite holder here for quite a while, from what I understand.
Since the inception, he is a staple here at the ballpark. We'll be keeping score always, and he knows this team inside and out, I'll tell you what.
Have to get him here in the booth and do a little color commentary then at some point.
We do.
Dean hits that one well to right center field. Jared Mitchell looks up, and that one's going to be in the gap, and they put their hands up for a ground rule double as that one skips on into the Bud Light Ice House. So early trouble here. The Blue Crabs back-to-back hits. The single from Vaughn and now a double from Matt Dean.
Yeah, I think Mitch can thank the grounds crew for having a good warning track there, because that one definitely saved a run, but that bouncing into the Bud Light Ice House. That ball was hit hard. And that's unfortunate, that he leads off with a broken bat single to start the hit parade, and then, here it comes with the double. So he's got a little work to do, but, Mitch, he can get out of it.
He certainly can. He's got Edwin Garcia. Garcia did get him for a single back on opening day, but Mitch going to get a chance here to get the upper hand in this battle. The 0-0 misses inside. Stanley corrals it right in front of him. No harm done.
Looks like he mixed him up a little bit.
Any thought to maybe not walking our Garcia intentionally perhaps, but maybe just pitch around him here a bit and load the bases, create a double play opportunity?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's early in the season. Pete probably wants to see what his infield can do in this situation, especially see what Mitch can do if he can bow his neck and just go and get the out right here.
I think you're right, as the infield plays a little bit in, not quite choking the infield, but they're playing about middle to shallow depth.
Yeah, I think they're going to play the safety on it and see if they get the hard ground ball. They'll probably check him and come back over to first. But that was a good curveball there by Mitch to get the count even.
1-1 now to Garcia, and he has them all kinds of mixed up. Nice breaking ball from Mitch, gets him out 1-2. So runners on second and third here, nobody down at the top of the third, no score at Constellation Field. Corey Vaughn led things off with a single, and Matt Dean hit a ground rule double as it popped up into the Bud Light Ice House. So the Blue Crabs threatening early here and not had a hit up until the third inning. The 1-2 from Talbot to Garcia in the dirt. Stanley scoops it up.
And I think that what they're trying to do here is they've got him where they want him to try to chase him here, see if they can get a ball in the dirt and get the strikeout, and then we'll go to the double play. Look for possible another double play at that point. Maybe put the guy on, but.
So true. I mean, in Nina and Silva and Martinez, the 1-2-3 hitters have been so good. It's like that's not really maybe the move to put another guy on in front of him. As that one's hit on a line to Ashe. He's got a beat on it and he's under it. Tagging up is Vaughn. He will score. So the Blue Crabs are going to strike first here on Tuesday night. A sac fly from Edwin Garcia, first out of the inning here, as Matt Dean has to hold it second.
Yeah, that's a tough one there because he put the ball, hit the ball just hard enough to get it deep enough. But the good thing is you do hold the runner at second. You got one out. So now you got a little safety here and see what we can do. I don't know, maybe.
So now it's a situation
you can pitch around him here a little bit.
Maybe you do walk or you just pitch around Nina, who came into this one swinging a hot shillelagh. Let's look at the numbers here on Nina. He's came in hitting .438, 8 hits. One of them was a double, the rest were singles. And strike one from Mitch Talbot on the outer edge.
He's throwing that little breaking ball on the inside half. He's getting a good hard bite on it, so you can keep doing that. Can be effective here. See what he comes back with, here. He's going to work the outside half.
And the breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate. Angelos Nina not liking that call, but quickly down 0-2 here
Yeah,
Mitch
good
Talbot.
fastball.
Good. That was a good, nice little pitch there.
Yeah, Angeles didn't agree with it, but great placement on there. Now it's in Talbot's favor, and he can come with something that he wants to throw him.
Quickly
He's going to
down.
go back out again.
0-2 from Talbot to Nina. Another pitch in the dirt. Good waste pitch. Cody Stanley sucks it up and fires on back to Talbot.
Yeah, it's right there where you want to see if you can get him to chase, and if you can, great. If not, no harm, no foul.
Yep, certainly. And Nina, as mentioned, he led off the season with a single back on opening day against Talbot. Him and Ruby Silva been spark plugs atop this order, but held at bay for the first time through the order tonight. And fouls that one off, and Stanley just unable to hang on to that one.
That was a good pitch, too, by Talbot. Got him through the two-seamer, cut it a little bit, got him on the end of the bat, and, it would have been a good one if he could have held on to. But he's still up 1-2 on the count.
So 1-2 now. Nina. He's got a runner in scoring position. That's Matt Dean. He's at second base. He doubled. The sac fly from Edwin Garcia, the shortstop for the Blue Crabs, put them up 1-0 here in the early going. Nina, no RBIs yet out of that leadoff spot, but he has got on base a ton, of 500 on base percentage early on in the 0-2, and just able to foul that one off. Mitch Talbot doing a nice job mixing in his breaking balls tonight.
Yeah, I kind of figured he'd come back with that pitch, and looked like Stanley set up just on the middle outside half. I'd like to see him come back in with that inside half breaking ball, because he's been eating them up with that the last couple batters.
Let's see if he goes there. He certainly has been working the ball down low here. A couple of waste pitches. The 1-2 from Talbot to Nina inside on the heater. Talbot kind of just motioned his arm. I think he just didn't get the release point.
Yeah, he missed that one. Stanley was set up on the outside half, and they were looking for that, probably looking for that two-seamer on the outside, and he missed it. Looks like he probably missed his grip on it.
Just a little bit, but it's all good. He's got a couple pitches to play with, still 2-2 here. And that one's fouled back, so a good at-bat here from Angeles Nina. I've had a chance to look at some extra numbers on him here. With runners in scoring position this year, he is 1 for 2. He's scored 2 runs on the year. He's been doing a nice job out of that leadoff role for the Blue Crabs. The former New Britain B. So 2-2 here, 1 away. Top of the third, rather. 1 run already in for the Blue Crabs this inning. The 1-0 lead for them. And that one gets him swinging the high heater from Mitch Talbot. Down goes Nina for out number 2.
That was a good pitch right there. He hadn't shown that high heat yet to him. He's been working him away, a little bit in on the curveball, and then just challenged him upstairs, and he couldn't catch up to him at 93. He's been sitting at about 91, and he just beat him straight out.
That was a nice pitch right there with 2 strikes, and Matt Dean still at second base, so Mitch Talbot had runners on second and third with nobody out, and he's potentially going to get out of this with just 1 run. If he can get Ruby Silva, the right fielder, 0 for 1, grounded out to second base in his first at bat. And that first pitch is inside for a ball. Mentioned these 2 guys at the top of the order. Silva came in hitting 400. He had a 650 slugging percentage. He's got a double, 2 triples, 5 RBIs early on. And like we mentioned, him and James Loney, they both have had hit in each of the first 5 games. He's out in front of that one, fouls it off as Big Mike comes to retrieve it.
Big Mike, staple
Big Mike.
of the Skeeters.
Sugarland, there are 3 certain things: there are death, taxes, and Big Mike. Showing up to Constellation Field rocking that number 99. Retrieving foul balls.
One of the nicest guys you'll meet.
Yep, he is.
Do anything for you.
He's a treasure.
He is.
A treasure.
He is.
At his bobblehead.
Hard worker.
Yep, I absolutely agree. And the 1-1, a nice inside slider there from Talbot, right on the heels of Ruby Silva there. Swung over top of that.
And that's a good pitch. It looks like he's been missing on that one. He's lost his grip a couple times, especially that first pitch to Silva. It looks like he got it, and that was a nice pitch. Got him to chase.
So 1-2 now, 2 away. Matt Dean on second base, and Ruby Silva down 1-2. The pitch chopped to the left side. Let's see who gets it. So Rondon gets it, fires over to first. Has to be quick. Got him. A nice stretch by James Loney. A close play.
What a play.
Incredible play from Rondon to Loney. Will end things here. The Blue Crabs are held to just 1 run on that sacrifice fly from Edwin Garcia, but they'll get no more. Skeeters coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd here on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final.
And we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Daryl Thompson on the mound. Blue Crabs hold a 1-0 lead over the Skeeters. Will Maddox steps on in. He's getting his first start for the Skeeters. Takes that one outside for a ball. For those who don't know Will, he joined us on Sunday. Was beginning of the year with AA Erie, the Erie Seawolves, a AA affiliate for the Tigers. Hit a $154. A couple games for them. Takes for a ball, so 2-0. Will Maddox can mostly plays second base and first base. That's where he spent most of his career in the minor leagues. All of those years have come with the Tigers through 6 seasons at .307. And 3-0 quickly. Will Maddox is working a good count here. They're rocking the high blue socks. The Skeeters rock the white tops with the white bottoms. Blue Crabs in their state of Maryland jerseys once again with the gray bottoms. And Maddox taking all the way there. No intention to swing. And Kyle, I feel like we were talking earlier. You got an opinion on these Blue Crabs unis. Let me hear it. Let me spit some hot fire at me.
You know, we did talk about that. They're the Blue Crabs, so their uniforms should be blue. But I kind of think it's a little bit of a knockoff from the University of Maryland, the Terrapins. You know, they rock the Maryland flag unis. But they do look good. I'm not going to knock them.
They are unique as that one's sitting to shallow left. Tony Thomas ranging to his right toward the line. He's under it, so he'll get that one for out number 1. So Will Maddox down. Will, we talked about him a little bit. He got into Sunday's game. He's a former Tennessee Vol. Rocky Top out there in the SEC.
Yeah. And Tennessee's having a good year this year. You know, the SEC's strong as usual. Of course, I'm really pleased with my alma mater, Baylor. They're doing well, 30-12.
Nice. That's a good year right there.
So yeah, they've got on some lean years there, and finally back to being a regional power.
Var Rondon gonna come to bat now. Alfaro hitting 300. He's brought kind of a 2-game hitting streak, 1 for 4 with a stolen base last night. 1-0 now to Rondo from Daryl Thompson. That misses away. Thompson threw 6 scoreless, struck out 7 on opening day, and he's through 2 1/3 scoreless tonight. He is off to a hot start. He is probably on the Mount Rushmore of Atlantic League pitchers when you think about it. His 8th season, he's in the top 10 in strikeouts, innings pitched, wins, whip. Any more pitching stats we can think of here? Strikeouts per 9, runs allowed per 9, ERA plus. He's been here a while. The La Plata, Maryland native, fouled back by Rondon.
You know, and that's what I've seen over the years, and now my 7th season with the Skeeters. And, you know, if you can just be a good quality pitcher, you can have a good career here in the Atlantic League, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
You know, especially for the older guys.
And, man, the backdoor breaking pitch.
Nice backdoors.
A beauty of a bender gets Rondon looking for strike number 3 and out number 2. But to your point, Kyle, also guys like Daryl Thompson, who a Maryland native, La Plata, Maryland, just up the road from Waldorf from their ballpark. So he's had a chance to pitch in his backyard.
Yeah, and that's great, you know. You look at some guys, like we had Michael Nix for a few years, and he was just such a solid starter, and then all of a sudden China comes calling. And now he's having still a great career over there. You know, so you don't know where it's going to take you, but it's good to see these guys having great quality careers. And plus for the fans, you know. I mean, it's good quality baseball.
0-1 out of McElroy. CJ, the right fielder, takes so he's quickly down 0-2. CJ flew out to right to lead off the game. He's in the leadoff role again. As we mentioned, the pregame show has got 4 stolen bases early on as leading the Atlantic League. Grounds at the left side, a diving stop for Martinez. He kicks it away, and you know what? That's another hit for CJ McElroy, and another base knock.
Yeah, CJ's really, you know, I mean, they're not going to get him with the speed there, but
no chance.
But, you know, going back to, you know, the pitching, I mean, you take like Felipe Paulino for us. I mean, you know, an older guy, he's, what, 39 now?
He's 35.
They're 35.
In his mid to late 30s, though.
You know, and he probably's had some opportunities, but this is where he's from.
Yep.
You know, he's got an opportunity to play in front of his hometown fans and pitch, and then he can pick and choose where he wants to go. If that right opportunity calls and says, hey, maybe I got the chance to go back to go to a playoff team and help be maybe a middle reliever, then yeah, he can take that. But you know, it's good to see some of these guys have a good solid career here in the Atlantic League.
It certainly is. Jared Mitchell now up with 2 away. CJ McElroy on first. I'd like to venture he might be going here. 0-1 now to Mitchell. And yeah, Felipe, or Papa as we know him here, he lives in Pearland, and he told me already he's going to live in Texas the rest of his life. He loves it here. Mitchell smokes that foul right field, and if you do recall, Jared Mitchell hit one on the nose to deep right field, and like I said, I watched the replay. He kind of just got into his home run trot a little bit, and like that's not a slight on him whatsoever. I would have totally gotten my home run trot too. That sounded, looked, and felt like it was going to be a home run, but Ruby Silva looked to be just about a foot or so in front of the right field wall, able to corral
Daryl Thompson better be careful here because he looks like he's a little locked in on him right now.
Yep. 0-2 now. Mitchell and McElroy. Looked like he was leaning a little bit, but he's able to get back. CJ off to a hot start. Went 3 for 5 last night and has at least 2 hits in 2 of his last 3 games. Second on the Skeeters in hitting. 444 entering tonight. He's got a pretty good sized lead over there first.
Looks like he's ready to go.
I think so too. He holds put as the backdoor breaking pitch from Thompson a little bit outside. That was the same pitch he just got Rondon on there looking for strike 3.
Well, you can see the big smile out of Thompson. He thought he had that one.
Yep.
But, you know, good eye by Mitchell. He missed it by just a hair, but gets him another chance here at 1-2.
And Angelos Nunez, second base, playing a little bit on the cut of the grass there in shallow right field. Garcia shades for second. McElroy on the run, and Mitchell pokes that in the shallow left field. The base hit. McElroy going to try for third. The throw from Thomas, not in time. As CJ McElroy gets into third base on the feet first slide. And the Skeeters have put the tying run on third base here with 2 down in the bottom of the third.
Perfectly drawn up by Pete Incavilla. You send them and you get the single, and you get runners at first and third. Now you got speed at first and third. So, you know, Thompson's got a little pressure on him here with 2 outs.
And Juan Silverio, a good man to have at the plate when it comes to the RBIs. He's tied for the team lead with 4. Had a home run back on opening day that did not come against Thompson, though. It came in the 9th inning. So speed on the bases, as Kyle alluded to, our assistant GM Kyle Dawson in the booth with me. Mitchell at first base, he just singled. CJ McElroy singled with 2 outs. Scooted to third base on that Mitchell single. The 0-0 to Silverio. Bender had won a little bit out in front there. Thought he might have got a fastball on first pitch.
Well, when you get runners at first and third like that and you come up, you can see the smile out of Silverio right now. That, he was going to take a hack at that one. And Thompson got the best of him with the bender.
Juan is the 3-hitter in the Skeeters lineup, and traditionally, that's when you maybe start breaking out some off speed. And he's tied for 9th in the league with 4 RBIs. As you mentioned, he's tied for the Skeeters lead with those 4 RBIs. Him and Cody Stanley have both knocked in 4 runs. So runners on the corners, 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Second pitch from Thompson in the dirt. A nice job by Valerio to stop that one. Keeps McElroy at third base. Ball in the gap here. You're looking at 2 runs probably the way that Mitchell runs.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if with a 1-1 count, maybe you put him in motion, see what you can get here, and maybe make a little something happen.
They do have Nina playing closer to second base. Garcia shaded toward the third base bag there at shortstop. Outfield pretty straight up. Juan had a couple hits last night, went 2 for 5, had a pair of RBIs, and Mitchell leaning a little bit. The pickoff from Thompson, but not in time.
Yeah, they're not going to ignore him, but Thompson's throwing that curveball well.
Yeah.
And you think maybe right now you can put him in motion and see if you can catch a break, get runners to second and third, or maybe get a ball in the gap and you can score both.
Well, Skeeters had 5 stolen bases last night, and just the concept of having guys in motion all the time seemed to really put the Blue Crabs in a little bit of trouble. So good call there, Kyle. We'll see if he's in motion. He's not here, as another nice breaking pitch from Thompson. So Silverio swings early. 1-2 now. The breaking pitch on the 0-0 count registered at 71. So Daryl's really almost an ephus ball there from the veteran Blue Crabs righty.
Yeah, and I would expect him to come back with the fastball. I mean, he's probably going to be looking for it right now.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Kyle? What's your call here? We've got a 1-2 count, runners on the corners, 2 away.
He's probably going to – I would expect him maybe here to waste one on the outside half at this point.
Not a bad call.
It looks like, I figured maybe go back over and check him. And he's probably going to come back with that breaking ball again.
Daryl Thompson, kind of a enemy figure here. He's so tough in the Atlantic League. I mentioned he ranks in the top 10 in innings pitched, wins, strikeouts. He's been in this league for so long. He knows how to work it here, and he's got it working through 2 2/3 scoreless, but runs on the corners and 2 away. Jared Mitchell on first, CJ McElroy at third. Juan Silverio at the plate looking to tie this one up as the Blue Crabs lead 1-0. Breaking ball alone away was Kyle's prediction. I kind of tend to agree with him here. I think that's where Thompson might go. And the bender is hit well, deep left field. Tony Thomas looks up, but he is under it on the warning track as he clanks into the wall. It was a hanging breaking pitch. Silverio timed it well, but just not enough on this Tuesday cloudy night at Constellation Field. So stranded on the corners are the Skeeters. The Blue Crabs lead 1-0 as we head to the 4th inning here at Constellation Field.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganta ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers in last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming.
We head to the top of the fourth inning here at Constellation Field. Blue Crabs lead 1-0 over the Sugarland Skeeters. Ryan Posner here. Kyle Dawson did a fantastic job as the color commentator the last few innings. He has stepped away. Mitch Talbot still on the mound for the Skeeters as Frank Martinez fouls that back. So 0-1 here to Martinez. Martinez on opening day had 2 at-bats against Talbot, who misses away. First inning, he doubled. RBI double to score Nina, and he also had a pop-out. It was a kind of an ambush against Talbot on opening day, and he's looked a lot sharper here on start number 2 as he's got Martinez quickly 1-2 now as he fouls that one to the left side. And Frank Martinez off to a pretty good start. Came in with 7 RBIs, which was number 3 in the league. Caleb Gindel of Lancaster had 9 RBIs. That's good for first in the league. Chops that one foul. So the Blue Crabs scored their first run last inning. A sac fly from Edwin Garcia got them on after Corey Vaughn singled and Matt Dean doubled to move on to third base. And Martinez swings over the breaking ball. Strike 3. Cody Stanley doing a little landscape in there. Throws over to Loney for out number 1. So quickly 1 away. Strikeout to get things going. And Craig Maddox steps in. Mitch Talbot with the second strikeout of the night there. Just a 1-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. The Skeeters have threatened a few times. Ryan Court doubled and was on third base back in the second inning where he was stranded there. And CJ McElroy made it to third base last inning, but was also stranded there. So Skeeters are just getting ready to score, I think, here pretty shortly as Maddox swings and misses on 1. And fastball upstairs, and Maddox flails with that one. So 0-2 now. Talbot ahead of the DH Craig Maddox. So Mitch, we mentioned the 6 runs. He had to go all back to 2017, July 2017. As a member of the Skeeters against the Barnstormers, he allowed 7 runs. That was the last time he allowed at least 6 runs in a start. And Craig Maddox fouls that one away, and he's going to need a new piece of lumber there. It sounded like he broke his bat, and he's walking over to the dugout. He certainly has. R.I.P. to that bat. So 0-2 now to Craig Maddox, the DH. Chris Parsons, our VP of sponsorship, he took some. We ran him through the gauntlet last night in his color commentary skills. He was getting a ration of Padooty from our clubbies who are probably listening downstairs.
I caught quite a bit of flack for that.
Yeah, you did.
I'll open up the vocabulary tonight.
That's good to hear. And Craig Maddox swings and misses on that ball in the dirt. All Stanley has to do is tag him that time for out number 2. So quickly 2 away now in the 4th inning. A lot of our guys downstairs, some of the relief pitchers are listening. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to our clubbies listening down there as well. I mentioned that my favorite play in baseball last night was the sac fly, and I had a few guys mention to me, like, oh, big sac fly guy, huh? So they're listening down there.
Oh, did we have a sac fly last night?
No, me and Chris were just talking. Chris Hill said his favorite play was the suicide squeeze, and I said,
I got you.
My favorite play is the sac fly.
I have literally not sat down once to watch a game.
You're a busy man.
I've seen a couple innings when I sat in here with you. Other than that, I have not watched a game yet.
I might be the only guy who's probably on our staff has watched every pitch. Our staff members are busy.
I would hope you've watched every pitch. I hope you're not taking any off.
That's a good call. Actually, it's not really saying much. 1-0 now. Charlie Valerio swings and misses over that changeup way out in front for strike one.
Man, the guy in front of me is starting to make me hungry talking about crawfish.
No, I heard crawfish, and I was getting antsy there. That might be why I took a few pitches off. I had to go grab some dinner in one of these games. 1-2 now to Valerio as Talbot is feeling it. This inning already has 2 strikeouts, looking for a third. 1-2, 2 down. Blue Crabs lead 1-0 over your Sugarland Skeeters. And Valerio swings and misses in the dirt. Stanley fires that over to Loney. No problem, and Mitch Talbot strikes out the side in order here in the 4th inning. A great outing so far from the veteran as the Skeeters trail the Blue Crabs 1-0. And we go to the bottom of the 4th here on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
We move to the bottom of the 4th on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field. Cody Ashley going to lead us off. Southern Maryland with a 1-0 lead over your Sugarland Skeeters. Chris Parsons, the Vice President of Sponsorship Services. Big man. Big title.
Hey.
Somehow had a few minutes to spare for me in the booth tonight, and I am appreciative of that.
Always time for you, Pause.
Good man. Good man. And Cody Ashley takes strike 1 from Daryl Thompson, who's thrown 3 scoreless so far. He's allowed 3 hits. Those 2 hits for the Blue Crabs, but they've been able to put those 2 hits into a run. Mitch Talbot's looked great. He struck out the side in order last inning after a little bit of rough opening day, but he's looked great. More Mitch Talbot-like, what we come to expect from him tonight.
A nice bounce back start for him.
Certainly has been. 1-1 to Ashley, misses low and in for a ball. I mean, we could easily be talking about a 1-1 ball game in which Jared Mitchell had a solo home run back in the top of the 1st, or the bottom of the 1st. He had a ball which looked like it was going to land in the grassland, and I was getting a little excited, and did not land over the fences. A cue ball there from Ashley to the third baseline is foul. Cody Ashley has been swinging a pretty good bat. He's got a hit in each of his last 4 games, hit .294 with a 400 on base entering this one. Was 1 for 4 last night, scored a pair of runs. We mentioned the 14 hits last night and a 7-1 win for your Skeeters. And it was singles night at the ballpark. All 14 hits were singles. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's something you don't see every night.
It is not, and the pitch on the inside corner called strike 3. Ashley has a few words for the home plate umpire, but he is down on strikes here to get things going in the 4th inning. So now Ryan Court steps in. Ryan Court doubled back in the second. That was his second double of the year. He was stranded at third base, though. Mentioned yesterday's broadcast how leading off an inning, the Skeeters were pretty. That was a pretty good thing for them. They were leading off innings at a pretty high rate. Right now, though, Ashley unable to get on as Court takes strike one. There's still only 359 when leading off an inning, with a 419 on base.
Wow.
So they've done a nice job getting on early. It's just now we got to drive them in.
Yeah, get those speedsters on the base and
Man, CJ McElroy
let them wreak havoc.
So impressive. Court quickly down 0-2 as he swings through that fastball. Daryl Thompson, who now through 3 1/3 tonight, through 6 scoreless on opening day, struck out 7.
I don't know if it's me, Pause, but I feel like every time Daryl Thompson pitches here, it's pretty impressive.
It's just everywhere. He's literally has his imprint all over the Atlantic League record books. He's been here at Southern Maryland for so long, no one can figure him out, it seems like. But I think, Mitch Talbot, another crafty veteran on the other side, I think that's the kind of pitching matchup you want when you're an opposing team against a guy like Daryl Thompson. And he's got 2 strikeouts through 3 1/3, 3 hits, though. Ryan Court has 1 of them. But you're right, Chris. I mean, he seemingly, I bet you other broadcasters have the same thing. They're like, man, he comes in here and he just deals every time. And he's been doing it for a long time. And he's just right at the road from Waldorf, where they play in Southern Maryland. So he's probably had chances to go play other places, but wants to stay close to home.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So 1-2 now to Court, 1 away in the 4th. That fastball outside is called. Strike 3 on the outer edge. So back-to-back Ks for Thompson here, both looking here in the top of the 4th, bottom of the 4th. Court also with some words, as him and Ashley both not really happy with their strike 3 called strikes.
No comment.
No comment there.
No comment. I'm not going to get in trouble by the league. So next batter steps in.
I'm just relaying what I see. I'm not giving an opinion one way or another.
Yeah.
So James Loney now 0 for 1, grounded out to second in his first at bat, takes inside for a ball as Edwin Garcia at short. He's kind of over that line.
Yeah, he's pushing that line right there.
I mean, when that pitch actually came across, he was over the line. And we'll see where he is this time. He's moving over the line each time. I don't see anybody. I don't know what the rule is if you have to be over the line when the pitch is fired or if it's at the start of the pitch when he makes his motion. But he's really pushing the limit there.
Well, you'd think the umpire behind the plate would see that.
Because he's ending, by the time the ball crosses on plate, he is ending past the shift line on the right side. They're really pushing the limit as Nina is playing in pretty much shallow right field. Garcia right behind second base.
That's got to be distracting for Loney, too.
I'm sure it is, and he pops it up toward Garcia. He goes back to his natural position there at short, fields that one. So 3 up, 3 down for the Skeeters in the 4th inning. The Blue Crabs, they lead 1-0 as we move to the 5th inning of baseball here on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime major leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former major leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Winter's coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
And we head to the 5th inning. Tony Thomas going to lead us off for the Blue Crabs. The Blue Crabs lead the Skeeters 1-0 here. And Thomas' first pitch swinging down the line in left field. That's going to be trouble down in the corner there. Thomas will round first. He is on to second base. He'll be in with a stand-up double to lead off the 5th inning here. So Tony. Wow. A little acapella there from Chris Parsons, who's still in the booth with me. Tony Thomas, he took Mitch Talbot deep on opening day. And gets him for a double here with nobody down in the 5th inning. He had 2 at-bats against Mitch on opening day. He struck out and then homered in the 4th inning. Him and Corey Vaughn went back-to-back. But just the 1 run today. 3 hits for the Blue Crabs, no errors with 1 run. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Skeeters. Corey Vaughn, aforementioned center fielder for the Blue Crabs, takes strike 1. Corey's home run on opening day was just absolute P-Rod out into the Bud Light Ice House in right center. I don't think he's going to be able to hit one there tonight. The wind's blowing in pretty hard.
Nah, you won't see many balls out there all season.
That's true, and broken bat. Mitch Talbot with the rare pop out to the pitcher. Usually they give way to a position player, but that was a good play. Ball was right in his kitchen, so he takes care of that for out number 1. First out of the 5th inning here. I think Corey Vaughn, he broke his bat in a single in the 1st inning. It sounded like he might have broke his bat there.
Yeah, I think he broke another bat there.
So Corey Vaughn, the lumber executioner tonight. That'll bring up Matt Dean. He doubled, which brought Corey Vaughn to third base and helped him score on a sac fly from Garcia. Edwin, who's on the on-deck circle. 1 out here in the 5th. A nice breaking ball from Mitch Talbot across for a strike. Mitch in his 3rd season now with the Skeeters. Was here for just a brief time last year and made 5 starts, went 3-1 with a 1.93 ERA before being picked up by the Indians. The 0-1 misses inside. And then with the Indians, he was just almost even more successful. 18 appearances, 17 starts for AAA Columbus. The Columbus Clippers with 4-5 with a 2.52 ERA.
Makes you wonder why he's back here in Sugarland with those numbers.
It does. It makes you wonder how he didn't get the call to the big leagues last year. Obviously, the Indians have one of the better rotations in Major League Baseball, and they were a playoff team last year, so they were pretty stacked, but and he did everything he could. And Matt Dean fouls that off, so 1-2 now. Matt Dean getting the start at first baseline in place of John Griffin. Griffin turned 30 yesterday. He also looked a little banged up. He had a few diving plays and had that training staff look at him at one point, so probably just getting a maintenance day here. 1-2 now to Matt Dean. Chops that to third base, stays fair. Juan Severio scoops it up, throws over to Loney, and Loney with a pick, but it looks like they're going to call him safe there at first base. He was off the bag. And, yeah, he definitely called him off the bag. Loney has some words for the first base umpire. I don't know if he agrees with that one. And now Pete Incaviglia out to talk they're going to ask me for another look at that one. The throw took Loney, the left-handed thrower with glove on his right hand. It took him toward his glove side, and he had to make a pretty acrobatic play to stay on the base. They're going to stick with the save call, and so Matt Dean aboard here. We'll see how that one is scored.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way the home plate umpire could overturn that. I mean,
not a great view for him
No.
from where he was. Loney had a phenomenal scoop earlier in the game on a throw from Alvaro Rondon that got Craig Maddox in the second inning, but that time he was unable to keep his foot on the base apparently. So runners in the corners, one away now as Garcia, who had the sac fly that got the Blue Crabs their only run of the night, will step on in. Will Maddox and Alvaro Rondon going to chat a bit here. Who's going to cover the base if that ball were to be a comebacker to Talbot? Maddox making his first start as a Skeeter tonight. We mentioned the former Detroit Tigers farmhand. He's 0 for 1 so far. He's going to be coming to bat next inning. First pitch to Garcia from Talbot. Misses away, ball 1. Tomorrow we'll wrap up this 7-game homestand. The opening homestand of the season. It's been an exciting one. We've had firework giveaways. Tomorrow we'll end with baseball and education day here at the ballpark. 11:05 a.m. start, a matinee special here at Constellation Field. 1-0 from Talbot, a nice breaking ball.
It's a pretty breaking ball right there.
He's had the bender working tonight. He had 3 struck out the side last inning, and all 3 strikeouts. Cody Stanley had a little bit of work to do. They were all 3 in the dirt. That just goes to tell you his breaking ball is en fuego tonight. 1-1 now. Talbot 1 away here in the 5th. Another breaking ball in the dirt. Garcia thought about it, didn't go.
Highlight of opening homestand pause. What you got?
I got through all the broadcasts thus far, knock on wood, without using a curse word.
You still got your voice too.
I still have my voice, which I guess it means I haven't yelled loud enough, but
I remember opening year, our broadcaster, I want to say it was like the 2nd or 3rd game, had to have backup. He had already lost his voice.
oh my gosh. Am I not yet? Am I doing something wrong, or do I just have like extremely strong vocal cords? No comment.
No comment.
From Parsons over here. And yeah, I know my voice is feeling pretty good. No complaints there. As I mentioned, just biggest worry was dropping a curse word. Haven't done that yet either. And Garcia chops that foul, so it's still 2-2 here. 1 away. Top of the 5th. Blue Crabs a 1-0 lead. This has been one of the more low-scoring affairs. All the games have actually been pretty lopsided one way or another. A 9-1 win on opening day, then a 7-6 win, but the Blue Crabs did lead 6-0 on that Friday night before the Skeeters came back and won 7-6. Last night was a 7-1 win for the Skeeters. 2-2 outside edge, and Stanley tried to frame it, doesn't get the call, so now 3-2 to Edwin Garcia, who is 0 for 0. He had a sac fly in the 3rd inning that drove in Corey Vaughn, which is all the scoring so far tonight. Full count on the move at first base is Thomas, and they'll just step on first base for the easy double play as Craig Maddox at first, actually. And how about that? A little lucky break for the Skeeters. The line out to the first base. Loney.
Take it any way you can get it.
Loney thought he had Matt Dean there on the stretch, and he eventually gets to put him out anyways. So the Blue Crabs with a hit and an error, but they are stranded at the corners. They do lead 1-0, but the Skeeters come to bat in the bottom of the 5th on a Tuesday night at the ballpark.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges for Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Funday. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers in last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Gavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters.
Time for the bottom of the 5th inning here at Constellation Field. Blue Crabs lead the Skeeters 1-0. Cody Stanley going to lead us off. First pitch swinging, lines out to right field, going to get down for a base hit. So Cody Stanley, once again with a base knock. He's been hot to start the year. And the Skeeters, who trail 1-0, now have got a leadoff base runner. As I mentioned last inning, Parsons, those numbers leading off an inning, they are pretty ridiculous for the Skeeters. And Cody Stanley making me look like a genius as I brought up that stat. I'm bringing it up again here. Entering tonight, they were hitting .359 on to lead off an inning. Because Will Maddox steps on in. We're still waiting for his headshot. He's rocking the no photo graphic there on the score.
Nicely done from the control room guys.
We'll get his photo shortly. Will joined us on Sunday, making his first start. He takes 1-0. Will flew out to right field in his first at-bat. 1-0, and Will hits that one into shallow center field. That looks like it's going to get down, and it will. Right in front of Corey Vaughn, and Cody Stanley scoots right on over to third base. He's in there, so Will Maddox, you want to put that ball on the mantle. That's a first hit as a Sugarland Skeeter. They are tossing it into the dugout as we speak. And we're going to authenticate it and send it on in back home to Georgia, Gainesville, Georgia native. Will Maddox, though, still with the single. And now runners on the corners with nobody away here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Constellation Field. Skeeters trail 1-0, but it's looking like that lead is not going to be long-lived as Alvar Rondon's going to step in. Runners on the corners, nobody down. Rondo struck out looking in his first at-bat. He's seeking his first RBI of the year. Did enter hitting .300. One stolen base, which came last night. Right in a 2-game hitting streak. Takes fastball up and away for a ball. So on opening day, the Skeeters had just 3 hits and 6 innings against Darrell Thompson. They have 5 through 4 innings. Threatening for more here. 1-0 now to Rondon. Will Maddox with a pretty good lead, leaning a little bit, does not go, and Rondo pops that one up toward foul territory on the third baseline. Thomas and Martinez look at it and say bye as it's going into foul territory. So 5 hits tonight for the Skeeters. It's still almost mostly singles night, as 4 of those have been singles, just a double from Ryan Court.
Silver Skeeters senior night. Silver Skeeters singles night. Excuse me.
Oh, man, that happened last night. That could have been a sweet alliteration. 1-1 now to Rondon. Hits that. Almost just gave Cody Stanley a shave over there at third base as it gets by him and kicks off the padding there on the third baseline, but dodges Stanley. So now 1-2 to Rondon. Rondon, you recognize that name because he was here last year. He played 109 games at shortstop. He was the 2018 Community Man of the Year. Was 3rd in the Atlantic League and led the Skeeters with 38 stolen bases and hits that one into shallow right field. That's going to be trouble for Silva. He's on the run. He's got it. Will Stanley tag up? He gives it a few steps, puts on the brakes, and does not go. So no run there as the fly ball to right field for out number 1 off the bat of Alvaro Rondon does not get the run in. That'll bring up CJ McElroy, the leadoff hitter. He's 1 for 2. CJ, there may not be a hotter hitter on this Skeeters team. We mentioned In the pregame show, he's got at least 2 hits in 2 of his last 3 games. And 3 hits last night. He's stole 4 bases, which is tied for the league lead. And a push might not be a bad idea. You got Nina playing pretty deep there and closer toward the second base bag. A big hole there on the right side of the infield.
Yeah, I think if you had a runner in scoring position, this is the guy you want up to bat right now for the Skeeters.
Yep, he's put the ball in play a ton, and he takes that for a strike. McElroy, 3 strikeouts so far, but other than that, unblemished, a 444 average lead of the season. On the move is Will Maddox. The throw down from Valerio, not going to be a time. Will Maddox steals second base with a head first slide.
Another speedster right there.
They're in bunches, and the guy who stole the second most bases on the Skeeters last year, Anthony Jansanti, is still on the injured list. We'll get him back here soon, though. And more speed is coming. This is a Skeeters roster that's just littered with power, speed, good defense. CJ McElroy kind of exemplifies all of those traits, and he's got a 1-1 count here. Daryl Thompson on the mound. He's in some trouble. So there are runners on second and third base with 1 away.
Base hit right here probably gives Skeeters a lead.
Probably would. Will Maddox. Haven't seen a lot of him, but he looked pretty fast there. Only 1 down. Blue Crabs lead 1-0. The 1-1 from Thompson. And a broken bat, fly ball in the infield, and under it is Garcia, and that will not get the run in from third base. So now 2 away on the infield pop-up. So it's going to be up to Jared Mitchell here to try to get a 2-out base hit and get the Skeeters back at least tied here. Jared had a single in his last at-bat back in the third. And as Chris mentioned, Chris Parsons, our VP of Sponsorship Services, a single would probably get in 2. Will Maddox flashing the speed already. He's just stole second base.
Come on, Jared.
Jared, 1 for 2, and the 1 out was an absolute bomb to right field, which just caught the wind and laid it on the warning track for a fly ball out. Fastball in from Thompson is called for a strike, so 0-1. Daryl Thompson, who now through 4 2/3 innings tonight. He threw 6 scoreless innings on opening day, and he's worked out of trouble. Not quite as smooth as opening day. He's allowed the 5 hits. He's had runners in scoring position in 3 of the first 5 innings. But he had an infield pop-up and a shallow fly ball to right field to keep the runners at bay so far. Jared Mitchell looking to break it up here. And the curveball misses low and in. Daryl Thompson, the veteran right-hander for the Blue Crabs, comes in and got his 100th career professional win on opening day. Good outing for him. He picked up the win. 1-1 from Thompson. Foul back by Mitchell. So now 1-2 here to the center fielder for the Skeeters. Let's take a peek. How is Mitchell doing with runners in scoring position, you ask? Well, I have the answer for you. Jared Mitchell is 1 for 7 so far this year with runners in scoring position, so not quite where he wants to be, but he's got a chance to knock that average up with runners in scoring position here. He's got a 1-2 count, runners at second and third, 2 away, bottom of the 5th, and the Blue Crabs with a 1-0 lead. Pitch from Thompson. Nice take by Mitchell on the breaking ball low. So now 2-2. Juan Silverio on deck. Juan Silverio himself just missed a home run in his last at-bat.
Need something to give this crowd a wake-up call right here.
Jolt, man, we've had 5 hits. We had runners in scoring position, like I mentioned, in 3 of the first 5 innings, just unable to push that first run across. When I feel like when it's going to like break the levee, we're going to start scoring in bunches. And Mitchell pops it up, left side out of play. Martinez and Valerio give it a look, but they will head back to their positions. Jared Mitchell, LSU alumni. Played with the York Revolution last year. He's the 2nd straight year we've had a White Sox first-round pick on this roster, or a White Sox first-round pick, I should say. And last year we had Courtney Hawkins. Jared was taken by the White Sox with the 23rd overall pick in 2009 out of LSU, where he was the College Baseball World Series Outstanding Player in 2009. Chops that one foul off to the right. It's pretty crazy when you look at a guy that has got a ring as a football player for LSU and a ring as a baseball player. LSU baseball, one of the better programs in the country, and football, it's obviously pretty tough when you got the likes of Nick Saban and now Dabo Swinney running things for the most part, but Les Miles and the crew got it done back in 07, and he chops that foul again, so good at bat from Mitchell. So 2-2 to Mitchell. 1-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. 2 down here on a Tuesday night. Wind blowing a little bit right to left, a little bit more toward the left field foul pole. 8:30 here in Sugar Land, Texas. The 2-2 from Thompson misses inside for a ball, so just misses. 3-2 now. Full count, base open at first, so the runners will not be going with the pitch. Juan Severio, as we mentioned, he's 0 for 2. He'd be on deck. He'd get a chance here if Mitchell were to walk. Var Rondon at second base. Cody Stanley, he's at third base. And now the payoff pitch for Mitchell, the 3-2 count. Hit toward the right side, scooped up by Matt Dean. He'll take the ball to the base himself, unassisted. So the Skeeters put runners on second and third base, but are unable to capitalize as the Blue Crabs hang on to a 1-0 lead as we head on to the 6th inning here at Constellation Field on a Tuesday night.
Come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter's coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
It's time for the top of the 6th here at Constellation Field, and we have one Chris, and in steps another Chris. That'd be Chris Hill, the president of the Skeeters, stepping on in. Chris, how are you doing on a Tuesday evening here?
I'm doing good. I just talked to a lot of customers upstairs, and it's good night upstairs, good night downstairs. Now we just need to get the bats going a little bit.
Business is good. Good to hear. The Skeeters bats, they've threatened runners in scoring position in 3 of the first 5 innings, but they do trail the Blue Crabs 1-0. Mitch Talbot has vacating for tonight. Alec Asher going to step on in relief. Asher has 1 inning of relief thus far this year and has got a 13.50 ERA, so every out he'll see that ERA climb down by a ton. First pitch to Angeles Nina, slapped foul.
So I missed part of the game. Get me up to speed. What's been going on?
Mitch Talbot looked great, and we can give you a final line on Mitch as he's exited this ball game. Mitch Talbot through 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run. He struck out 4 to not allow a walk, and after a kind of a rough opening day, that was more than Mitch Talbot we know, the former big leaguer. And as far as the offense goes, that one's outside for a ball to Angelos Nina. Off the bat, swung the bat well, got 5 hits, a couple extra base hits, and we've had runners in scoring position. 3 of the 5 innings, just can't get that run across, but they're getting close. Only a 1-0 lead for the Blue Crabs. Jared Mitchell in the first inning hit a ball that pretty much personified what the wind can do in right field here. And I mean, it just hit it on the absolute screws and just a few feet short of the wall. It's kind of a tough break for him there, but that one's chopped up the middle. Alvar Rondon's going to die, but I don't think even Ozzie Smith would have made that play, as that one scoots out to center field for an RBI single.
Ozzie would have made that play.
I think Ozzie would have made that play.
Yeah.
A leadoff single for Angelos Nina. He's not a stranger to leadoff singles. He's been having a good start to the year.
Is he rocking it?
I've said rocking it probably like 5 times tonight already, and every time I'm
Do you have a count? Do the people at home have a count of how many times he said rocking
and
it?
now you know that the clubbies downstairs are giving me crap too, because they're like, oh, Paz, you rocking it.
Giving you what?
Crap or crud. There we go.
Either way, it's not good.
And Ruby Silva hits that one
hang up
right
there.
field. It's going to hang up. You betcha. CJ McElroy calls off Mitchell. A few steps in front of the warning track. That'll do it for out number 1 here in the 6th inning. But
Just as that ball was hit, the wind started kicking up. It was pretty interesting to see that ball was going nowhere.
You heard it on the crowd mic. He squared it up. He got the barrel on it. That's a good.
It was a good shot, but
yeah.
the wind was dead the pitch before, and then all of a sudden the wind kicked back up coming in home.
And these first 3 guys, Ruby Silva, Frank Martinez, and Angelos Nina, they have been doing a great job, in my opinion, if you're on the Skeeter side, an annoying job of getting on base. They're each hitting above 333, even after Silva hit that one for a fly out. And that one's hit in the left center field gap. Cody Ashley under it, right in front of our Jericho sign there at left center. He's got it. Out number 2. So Alec Asher doing a nice job in relief. As I mentioned, he's making his 2nd appearance of the year.
And there's Tank the Bat Boy, my new Facebook friend.
Tank, he's a lot of people's Facebook friends. Tank has more Facebook followers than I could ever dream of having. He's kind of a viral superstar, a Special Olympian.
And a great guy, really nice kid.
Great kid. Him and Big Mike are just the 1-2 punch at the bat boy position. That's what you have when you're a championship team. You got championship level bat boys too.
And it's great to see. I hired Big Mike back at the very beginning, and he's been there since the absolute very beginning, first game on, and you just don't usually see that in a bat boy. His dedication is fantastic.
I mean, you know Big Mike's been there for a while when opposing teams know him and they come up and they say what's up to him and are happy to see him all the time. As Craig Maddox, DH chop set to Will Maddox. He 3/4 throws it over to James Loney. So Alec Asher does a nice job in his relief duty here in the 6th inning, a 1-2-3-6. Skeeters trail the Blue Crabs 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Hill in the booth with me as we look for our first run of the evening here on a Tuesday night at the ballpark.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers in last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price, where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw Hard Seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day, where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilla Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Chris Hill, our president, joining me, Ryan Posner, here in the booth. As Juan Silvera is going to lead us off at the bottom of the 6th inning. Skeeters trail the Blue Crabs 1-0. And
can we talk about the British accent on the bobblehead commercial?
So I have some backstory on that. Tyler Stam, if you heard of that commercial on the break, which if you haven't heard it because the YouTube feed, we were working on commercials, you do hear that now. Tyler. I had written out a script for a Game of Thrones commercial, and he just all of a sudden busted out that
That's Tyler?
That's Tyler, yeah.
I did not know.
No one asked him to, but he did it,
and he shouldn't have.
And he got shy. He's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do it." I'm like, no, you have to do it now. Like, you can't just give us half of the performance and then not finish it off. And he did a good job, good sport. Tyler Stam, big Game of Thrones fan. You said you were gonna watch the episode last night. Did you?
I did.
What are your give me your 3 big thoughts from last night's Game of Thrones?
It was super dark. I need to see it not dark in a morbid sort of way, just dark as an image sort of way. It was a pretty masterful episode, but it was a frustrating episode, not because of the characters changes. And there's a hit up the middle.
It is a hit up the middle. Juan Silverio.
That's what I said.
He tosses that bat confidently toward the Skeeters dugout, and he should, because that's a leadoff single here.
He rocked it. He really rocked that one.
He rocked the crud out of
Really? We're back to this again? Did we not learn last half inning?
Oh, man. Well, while you give me some more about that Game of Thrones episode, while I look up another stat, as I mentioned.
Oh, instead of you don't want the dead air sponsorship?
No, I don't want dead air. Well, I already got the stat up. What about this? So leading off an inning this year, we're hitting 359.
Hey, did you find out, were the singles, the 16 singles yesterday, a league record?
14 singles.
14 singles.
It's going to take me a bit. I have to go kind of, unfortunately, we don't have like a stats LLC as.
So you didn't look, is what you're telling me.
I did
what
not.
You're telling me you did not look. Don't come up with a story. Just say, I'll find out.
There's no story. It would probably take me.
You were trying to build a story there. That's why you paused.
It would take me probably like 4 or 5 hours to go back and make sure if that was a record or not. And today, I did not have the time.
That may be a baseball record.
Well, I mean, singles night at the ballpark. You can start promoting that.
That's right. Had we only known that's what they were going to do, we could have called it singles night at the ballpark.
14 hits last night for your Skeeters, and that 7 will win all of them singles as Cody Ashley hits that one a mile high right up the chute. Charlie Valerio tosses the mask, goes back, and that's in the first run. Get in the booth. Oh my gosh. We almost had a ball in the booth here.
It wasn't that close. The ball came back here, but let's not.
I had a former broadcaster here tell me that a long time he had not seen one ball even close to hopping in his booth. That was pretty close. That was maybe like.
Is that the I-Man?
That was the He never had a foul ball even get near his booth.
I heard a story that he leaped out of the booth once and dove for a foul ball and caught it. I didn't know if that was true or not, but that's what I heard.
That's painting quite the picture. It's Charlie Valerio.
He told me that in the third person.
Ashley hits that one well to the right
around
side.
On that one.
Gonna get foul.
He was on it, just too far.
You got to be careful with Charlie Valerio, as he had just missed that one. His parents might be listening again, and they were not too thrilled with my analysis of his performance last night.
How's the catching been so far today?
Catch has been good.
How many stolen bases do we have?
1 stolen base for the Skeeters, although to Valerio's credit, it was a first, third opportunity, so sometimes those you don't always.
Oh, the old Little League. Do they do the old Little League
no,
play in the middle?
They still threw down, but I like to think that those you're not quite as serious about throwing out the runner. You're just more concerned with the guy on third. Ashley fouls it back 0-2.
A little safety swing there, just stay in line.
Gotta say, Cody Ashley, it's easy to forget about how much Major League experience he has. I mean, compared to some of the other.
It's not easy to forget because you're about to tell us. Like, no, you're gearing up. You're about to tell us everything.
Winding up.
Here
I
comes
can
the
tell you without even
resume,
looking.
folks.
5 years of Major League experience, 4 years with the Phillies, 1 with the White Sox. Fastball inside. Misses now 1 and 2. But
difficult pitch to take.
And that pitch has been called a strike a few times tonight. Actually went down looking in his last at bat back in the 4th, and the pitch kind of similar to that. So I'm going to turn my crowd mic down just a hair. Got some fans right in front of me here, having a good time here at the ballpark.
Time at the ballpark.
No problems with that. And another inside cutter looked like from Daryl Thompson. Misses insides, and now 2 and 2. Daryl Thompson, he is about as consistent as the Texas Heat in the summer and the crab fishing in Maryland. He is
what? Crabfish in Maryland? Did you say crabfish?
You guys eat crab cakes in Maryland. Crab cakes in football. That's what Maryland does.
I thought you said crabfish.
No. That one's hit well to right field. Ruby Silva going back, but this wind is going to hold it up. And under it is Silva, out number 1.
I don't know if wind played much of a role, but it definitely didn't help.
Did not help. That's a good point. As Ryan Court now is going to step on in. And he'll take Court here in the batter's box for the Skeeters. Ryan doubled back in the 2nd inning. Doubled on the left field line. He's DHing once again. He fouled a ball off his foot on Sunday afternoon. And the 6'2" shortstop went down to his knees and looked in a lot of pain. But it's good to see he's able to at least play these last few days, albeit as a DH. Alvaro Rondon starting at short. Breaking ball from Thompson is in,
which was a ball the last batter.
Yeah, a little inconsistent, but
Uncle Charlie there.
Uncle Charlie, 71 miles per hour on a radar gun at Constellation Field. It actually went registered.
It stopped at one point.
It registered below 68. One of the pitches too on his curveball tonight for Daryl Thompson. So he's got the bender working. Court fouls that one back right side, so 0-2 now.
Finally found its rightful owner.
Comes back with an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Not a lot of strong heat, but he's got some junk working for him.
Yeah, he's throwing the curveball a lot tonight too. A lot of success. Daryl Thompson.
We're not able to get. We got 6 hits, but nothing on the board.
5 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts. There's not a lot of walk. He's just chugging right along after he threw 6 scoreless here on opening day. Daryl Thompson, an Atlantic League legend, if you will. 0-2 now. Court takes up and in. Thompson in the top 10 in the league in innings pitched, Ks, wins, strikeouts. Native of La Plata, Maryland. Do you know where La Plata is? Am I saying that right?
You could be. I'm not quite sure where La Plata
Maryland's
is.
a small state. I thought you guys knew all each
Yeah,
other.
but it's not like you don't know every town. We're not quizzed on every town name.
Chris Hill, our president, joining me in the booth, a Maryland native, Northeast Maryland. That's not the direction you lived in. That's actually the name of the town. As Court hits that one well to left field. Tony Thomas going back. Tony Thomas to the track, to the wall, and that one into the playground. Ryan Court, a 2-run shot, and the Skeeters move on and take a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning against the Blue Crabs.
May not be the time to bring it up, but I'm pretty sure that when I was in the booth, we came on board last game, and once again in the booth, here we go, back on top.
Right on cue as Stan Clyburn comes to the mound today in Ryan's Court. The case against the Blue Crabs. They are guilty to sentence a 2-run home run off the bat of the Skeeters DH.
And he's going to fold him right here.
He's going to fold him as Stan Clyburn. He resembles Kenny Rogers, the
You always
gambler.
have to explain that. They can see it on TV. They know what he looks like. He looks just like Kenny Rogers from a distance.
That's true. That's true. Well, Ryan Court provided some fireworks here. Daryl Thompson, that's going to be it for him.
Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting all of a sudden?
I'm excited.
All right, I like it.
I'm ready to go. That was I've seen a lot of balls get to the wall tonight and just miss. That one did not miss. Court, a 2-run home run. Daryl Thompson done for the night. And we'll take a commercial break and get you the news on the new pitcher for the Blue Crabs. Skeeters lead 2-1.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Gavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
Welcome back to the broadcast booth. Skeeters now lead 2-1 over the Blue Crowds. Ryan Court with his first home run as a Skeeter drove in Juan Silverio and puts us up 2-1 with 1 out in the 6th. Adam Choplick, the lefty, going to come on and get James Loney. He grounds up the middle. Garcia ranging toward his right with a nice off-balance throw. Gets Loney for out number 2 now here in the 6th inning. Chris Hill, the president for the Skeeters, joining me to my right. And Chris, I saw a lot of balls close to leaving the yard, but not until you stepped in the booth did one actually get over the fence tonight.
That's right. That's what it took for this team. You see a lot of home runs, or you see a lot of long, deep shots out here, but the wind does play havoc with the balls because the wind is traditionally blowing in towards home plate, knocking down those balls. But that was a moonshot. It just kept climbing.
It was a great piece of hitting there from Ryan Court. Cody Stanley now 2-way. Adam Choplick on the mound as Stanley swings and misses. Choplick going to be making his 3rd appearance of the year in 3 innings. He's done 3 scoreless innings. Has allowed just a hit, struck out 1 and walked 1, holding opponents to a 111 batting average as well. Saw him back on Sunday in the day game. He threw 2 scoreless innings of relief.
For fans looking for things to do this weekend, we have Nitro Circus coming down to the stadium, which is going to be a fantastic aerial motorcycle show. So we hope everyone can come down. Gates open.
Gates open, and we're paging.
I always love asking you a question that I know you don't know the answer to.
We're paging Matt.
Because I see the look on your face, the consternation, the confusion, why did he say that?
I'll be here on Saturday. I don't know exactly when I'll be here because I don't know what time Gates open, but I've watched that show on MTV before. It's exciting.
It's a pretty amazing show. It's going to be a lot of fun coming here to Sugar Land.
I think if I wasn't even working for the Skeeters, I'd want to go to this event.
Well, you still have to pay.
I still have to pay. Cody Stanley swings and misses. Adam Choplick gets 2 quick outs to end the 6th inning, but not before Ryan Court with a 2-run home run puts your Skeeters up 2-1. We head to the 7th inning here on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field. You're listening to Sugarland Skeeters Baseball.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Gonza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
It's time for the 7th inning now here at Constellation Field. Ryan Posner here with you. Skeeters lead the Blue Crabs 2-1. Ryan Court's 2-run home run last inning has staked your Skeeters with that 2-1 lead. Alec Asher back out for another inning of work. In relief, he threw a scoreless 6th inning in his first inning of duty tonight. He's going to get Charlie Valerio leading things off here in the 7th inning. Charlie's 0 for 2. Valerio takes inside for a ball. Alec threw 2 innings back on April 27th, allowed 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 innings pitched, but he's threw 1 scoreless so far tonight. He's working with a lead now, and once you get a lead with this Skeeters bullpen, look out. They've got plenty of arms there. Asher, one of just the many former major leaguers on this Skeeters team. He actually played with the Milwaukee Brewers last year in a few games. So he's played with the Phillies, played with the Orioles. He misses low there, so 3-0 now to Valerio. 2 games last year, 3 innings with the Brewers. 3 innings of scoreless relief as he gets that one off for a strike to Valerio. It's just about 9 o'clock here at Sugarland, Texas. Skeeters with a 2-1 lead and a 3-1 to Valerio, popped foul to the left side. Alec Asher, also known as the Big Cat. That's not my nickname. I just looked at Baseball Reference. That is the nickname he's listed. Native of Lakeland, Florida. That's actually where the Detroit Tigers have their spring training facility. 3-1 now. Valerio fouls back. So full count to Charlie Valerio, the catcher for the Blue Crabs. Charlie hitting a .176 on the year. He struck out tonight with Mitch Talbot, who threw 5 innings, allowed just 1 run. Alec Asher actually in line for the victory now as the Skeeters took the lead last inning, and Valerio will take ball 4, so a leadoff walk for the Blue Crabs in the 7th. And Tony Thomas going to step in. Tony has a double, 1 for 2 tonight. Tony, a legend around Sugarland. So the home run and grand slam in Game 5 of the Freedom Division Championship Series sent the Skeeters into the championship series for the Atlantic League. We won in 5 games against the Ducks last year, our 2nd title in 3 years. Tony chops that foul off to the left side. So Alec Asher on the mound for the Skeeters. Mentioned he pitched back on April 27th. Tony faced Alec back on the April 27th. He struck out in the top of the 7th inning. April 27th, that was Saturday. Skeeters went on to win 6-3 as Tony takes that one for a strike, so quickly down 0-2. Oh, and 2 now to Tony, the former Skeeter. Charlie Valerio with leadoff walk. He's on first base. Alec Asher on the mound. And that one grabbed Tony right on the hand. That's going to hurt a little bit. Tony's shaking it off. He gets drilled on his left hand there. Tony's still walking around the batter's box. That is a tough place to get hit. There's not really a good place to get hit, but that stings. And Tony's going to be able to walk over to first base, though. Good to see that he's okay. So the Skeeters took the lead in the bottom of the fifth, at the bottom of the sixth. The 2-run home run for Brian Cord, his first home run in a Skeeters uni. And Blue Crabs are threatening, though, with nobody down. They got runners on first and second. And Pete signals toward the bullpen, so that's going to be it here for Asher as the first 2 runners in the 7th get on. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. We'll give you a look at who's coming out to pitch for the Skeeters. They trail the Blue Crabs, or they lead the Blue Crabs, I'm sorry, 2-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Nobody down, runners on second and first.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Cavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
And we're back here at Constellation Field, nobody down in the top of the 7th inning. And on relief for the Skeeters is the right-hander James Dykstra. James has thrown 2 games this year, 2 innings of work, both scoreless, and he's got himself a little bit of a jam to work out of here as Alec Asher started us this inning, and the Blue Crabs have runners on first and second with nobody down. Charlie Valerio walked. A hit by pitch to Tony Thomas has got them threatening. The Skeeters do lead 2-1, though, and squaring a bunt is Vaughn right early as Dykstra misses throwing away for a ball. James Dykstra, the flamethrower from San Diego, California. Pitched with the Frisco Rough Riders last year. Attended LSU, attended Cal State San Marcos out there in San Diego. The bunt from Vaughn, he misses now, so 1-1. 1-0 record. James picked up the win on Friday night here in that comeback win for the Skeeters. He also appeared in yesterday's ball game on Sunday, or Monday night rather, through a scoreless inning. Did not pick up a strikeout, allowed 1 hit. Needed just 4 pitches to navigate through an inning of work. He's got nobody down here. Corey Vaughn still squaring to bunt. He gets the bunt down right back to Dykstra. Will he go to second? He goes to third. A beautiful throw from James Dykstra, and he's got him on the 1-3 put out. He's got a rocket attached to that right arm, and he is not afraid to use it, and he used it there. to get Charlie Valerio on the force out, so a fielder's choice has Corey Vaughn at first base, but James Dykstra doing a nice job coming out of the bullpen, throwing strikes and fielding his position. So moving to second base was Tony Thomas, so still first and second, just one out now. Matt Dean, the first baseman, he steps on in, takes strike one. James Dykstra bringing the heat, that one registering at 95 here on the Constellation Field radar gun. James Dykstra, the brother of Alan Dykstra, played some first base here in Sugar Land back in 2015. And that one, swung and a miss. A nice two-seamer from Dykstra, 94. Low and in. Gets Matt Dean swinging and missing. Matt Dean, 1 for 2 tonight. Reached on an error back in the 5th and also doubled in the 3rd. 0-2 now to Matt Dean. James Dykstra, the right-hander, runs up, delivers, and it's fastball upstairs. 98 on the gun. Strike 3. Matt Dean, no chance on that one. 98-mile-per-hour heater from James Dykstra, and he's come in and put out the fire like a champion. 2 away in the top of the 7th. So only thing in the way of breaking up the Skeeter lead is Edwin Garcia. He steps in. He actually has the only RBI tonight for the Blue Crabs. That was a sac fly back in the 3rd inning. James Dykstra, he's a treat to watch. He is throwing BBs here out of the bullpen as Garcia fouls that one for a strike. And you can probably see it on your YouTube feed, but I'll paint you a little bit better picture. Dykstra, he's a right-hander, and his left foot, his front foot, starts toward the third base bag. He literally winds up like he's about to throw the ball into the Blue Crabs dugout on the third base side, and then kind of comes across his body. A pretty unnerving at bat for right-handed hitter as Garcia takes that one low and away. So right-hander, you're seeing 98, and it's starting about at your ear, and it comes down toward the strike zone. So a pretty uncomfortable at bat, and he's already had 2 right-handers put away this inning. Corey Vaughn tried to bunt. He made a nice defensive play throughout. Charlie Valerio at 3rd and just struck out Matt Dean on 3 pitches. So now 2 away here in the 7th as that slider is a little bit inside. He looks at his hand and couldn't get a good grip on that one. 2-1 out of Garcia.
He kicks it in. He just goes, man. He loves it up there. That little sucker. God,
James Dykstra on
gets to run all
his
day.
3rd game of the year for the Skeeters, and Garcia chops that one to short. Rondon squares it up, flips it over to Will Maddox to second base, no problem. So the Blue Crabs looks like they were threatening early. They got runners on first and second with nobody away, but James Dykstra comes in and puts out the fire with 3 straight outs, and your Skeeters so lead 2-1 here on Tuesday night at Constellation Field.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges for Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price, where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete Incaviglia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
It's time for the bottom of the seventh, and we just had a good stretch time here at Constellation Field. Will Maddox gonna lead things off for your Skeeters, who lead 2-1. You're 6.5 here on a Tuesday night at the ballpark. Adam Choplick on the mound Will Maddox takes outside for ball one. So 1-0 now to Maddox from the left hand of Choplick. Hit down the left field side. That's going to be trouble and into the corner for at least a base hit. And Will Maddox speeds on into second base for a double. He's got 2 hits in his first start as a Skeeter. So Will Maddox, a leadoff double in the bottom of the seventh as your Skeeters already lead 2-1. And they're threatening already here. Alvaro Rondon going to step on in, the shortstop, 0 for 2 tonight. May we see a sacrifice bump from him? I'd say that's pretty likely. That sounds like an Alvaro Rondon move. Shortstop, good at doing the little things that may not show up in the box score, but help you win ball games nonetheless. First pitch, Rondon. Martinez playing very shallow, same as Dean at first, and Rondon just where to bunt. Choplick misses, blown away for a ball. So Adam Choplick, he's got 3 scoreless innings on the year, obviously all coming against your Skeeters, as this is the opening series of the season. You saw him back on Saturday night. He threw 2 scoreless innings, strikeout, and no walks back on Saturday night. 1-0 now to Rondon from Choplick. We'll see if he squares around a bunt. He does and gets it down. Choplick has no play. He's going to throw it to first. Rondon is safe. So a sac bunt turns into an infield single. Alvaro Rondon with a beauty of a bunt. No one at home at third base. The ball was bunted toward third base. Adam Choplick looked over like he might have had a play with Will Maddox, and Frank Martinez is crashing in. So he had no play. And Rondon, who is nicknamed Flash, and for good reason, he's got flash and speed, and he's on first base with an infield single now, and first and third for your Skeeters with nobody down here in the bottom of the seventh inning as we're just past 9 o'clock here in Sugar Land, Texas, and CJ McElroy steps on in. He's 1 for 3. He's single back in the third. Speaking of speed, CJ, 4 stolen bases. He leads the league in that category, and swinging a hot bat, he's got himself plenty of chances to steal bases. Came on in hitting 444. Still hitting 444. Bunts that one. Foul. A little safety squeeze there from CJ McElroy. CJ actually hitting 429 now. That's what happens in the early part of the year. You come in hitting 444 and you go 1 for 3 and your batting average goes down. That's why I try not to look too much into the numbers on the early parts, but if you do look into the numbers, CJ McElroy swinging the hot bat and got a chance of driving a run here. He's down 1-0. Adam Choplick, the lefty, rocking the high socks on the mound for the Blue Crabs. Alvaro Rondon on first has got a pretty good lead. He doesn't go. Pitch up and away. So 2-0 now to CJ. CJ went to Clear Creek High School out here, just down the road from Constellation Field. If you're looking at qualifying batting averages, he led the Skeeters coming in, hitting 444. Cody Stanley was hitting 583, but did not qualify per the innings and at bat standard to do that. McElroy fouls that one just straight back. So 2-1 now. CJ McElroy. It's the bottom of the seventh inning. Skeeters lead 2-1 over the Blue Crabs. Daryl Thompson got the start. The 2-run home run from Ryan Court has done all the damage so far. Court in his first home run in a Skeeters inning. Rondon on first, Maddox on third, and that one's grounded to Garcia. He's going to fire home, try to get Maddox. Charlie Valerio blocks the plate. The head first slide from Maddox is not going to do it as they get Maddox trying to score there for the first out of the inning. The Blue Crabs infield wasn't quite choking in, but Garcia was playing about even with the second base bag at that shortstop position and was able to get Maddox, who was trying to score there. Maddox has obviously had pretty good speed. He already stole a base earlier tonight. But he is down with the first out of the inning. But still runners on first and second here. Rondon on second, plenty of speed. McElroy on first with quite possibly even more speed, if that's even possible. And Jared Mitchell now up to bat. He's 1 for 3 today. He's first pitch swing and swings over the top of that for strike one. We have a new stat interface courtesy of our friends at Major League Baseball, and it is a dandy, if I'll say that much as a broadcaster. It's kind of like being handed the keys to a Lamborghini, and I can tell you exactly how Jared Mitchell is hit at night with runners on first and second with a left-hander on the mound at home. And I'll do that here just a second with 0-1, and he grounds up the middle. That's over to Nini, flips to Garcia for 1, over to Dean for 2, and I guess I won't get to reach that stat because that is a 4-6-3 double play to end things here in the 7th inning. So the Skeeters get runners on first and second to open the inning, but are unable to capitalize. They still lead the Blue Crabs, though, 2-1, as we head to the top of the 8th inning here at Constellation Field.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Gavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
We head to the top of the 8th. Skeeters 2-1 lead over the Blue Crabs. We got a new pitcher on the mound for your Skeeters, and I'm going to tell you all about him. That's Kevin Comer, the right-hander, native of New Jersey, the former Astros farmhand. He's thrown 2 games this year, 3 innings pitched. It's not a lot of run, a 0.00 ERA. Has a strikeout in those 3 innings pitched. Not a lot of hit. Part of the Skeeters bullpen that's phenomenal. And 1-1 now to Angeles Nina, who leads us off here in said 7th inning. So 1-1 to Nina. Chops that back to Comer. He feels his position. The big fella fires over to James Loney. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. So Kevin Comer, mentioned he's pitched in 2 games this year. 3 innings pitched, and on the Sunday night win, or Sunday afternoon win over the Blue Crabs, sorry. Did a nice job throwing 2 scoreless innings. Now 1 out, Ruby Silva up. He fouls that one back. Ruby Silva did a nice job holding him at bay. He's 0 for 3. He actually came in right in a 5-game hitting streak, so this might be his last chance to extend that. Still at 348 on the year. But the Skeeters lead 2-1. Kevin Comer now with a heater, 94. For strike number 2, quickly 0-2. Kevin Comer, Astros fans listening may recognize his name. He was a prospect for the Astros for the better part of 6 seasons. Fastball up and away. If you remember that trade that sent a J.A. Happ and a plethora of prospects over to the Blue Jays and sent Joe Musgrove and a plethora of prospects back to the Astros, he was part of that trade. Nina, well, he will extend that hit streak. That's lined over to the leaping try of Rondon at short. Cody Ashley fires it in, so a 1-out single from Ruby Silva, the former Long Island Duck. And now Frank Martinez. I feel like I shouldn't have mentioned this, but I got to do it as a broadcaster. He also is riding a 5-game hitting streak. 3 players came in today with 5-game hitting streaks in the Atlantic League. Silva and Martinez were 2 of them. The other was James Loney, who will get an at-bat next inning probably if anybody on the Skeeters gets on, and he's 0 for 3, so he's yet to extend his as well. Kevin Comer fires over. No play there. Comer had not allowed a hit, and before Ruby Silva just lined that one into left center, he had batters 0 for 10 to start the year, but now 1 for 11. The 0 to Martinez, swung on a miss, strike 1. Comer spent spring training with the Minnesota Twins. Spent, as I mentioned, many years with the Astros. He spent some time with AA Corpus Christi, most recently with the Fresno Grizzlies, who are no longer the Astros AAA affiliate. That's now the Round Rock Express. 0-2 now as Comer gets the fastball across. Comer and Dykstra are 2 pieces of this bullpen. New guys that last year the bullpen was pretty much the key cog in our championship run, and Pete has stacked the deck once again. So picks over there and added guys like Mark Lowe, the former major leaguer. Brought back guys like Lucas Irvin, Matt West, Felipe Paulino, the all-time single-season saves leader in Skeeters history. And bullpen once again is going to be a big asset for this team. 0-2 now, swung on and fouled to the right side. They say pitching wins championships, and the Skeeters have plenty of it. Mitch Talbot, after a kind of a shaky opening day start, was Mitch Talbot-like through 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, struck out 4. Alec Asher would get the win if things stand up. He threw an inning as Martinez fouls that back, allowed a hit and a walk. James Dykstra came in and struck out 1 in a scoreless inning. He gave way to Kevin Comer, so it's looking like it's going to be Papa time here in the 9th inning. Jumbo not warming up yet, but things are looking like it could be a safe opportunity. Martinez foul to the left side. So 0-2 now to Martinez, 1 down. Ruby Silva on first base. He just singled. Skeeters lead 2-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Martinez takes up 94 from Comer for a ball. And you got a guy also, like guys like Danny Reynolds and Jeff Johnson. Pete has sung the praises of Jeff Johnson. He's on the injured list. Danny Reynolds, there's no need to sing his praises. All he did was have a 0.00 ERA in 15 innings pitched last year before he was picked up by the Brewers. So you know what he's capable of. So 2 guys just itching to get back onto the field. To add to what's already a pretty stacked deck in the bullpen. Guys like Connor Wade, Dallas Beeler, Mitch Talbot returning to this rotation. Roy Merritt, 5 scoreless innings on Saturday, helped the team win their first game of the year. A lot of arms at the disposal of Pete Incaviglia. Roy Merritt, also the pitching coach. He's got to be pretty happy with the rotation he's got built up so far. 1-2 now to Martinez, 1 away. Pitch from Comer, popped up in the infield. Let's see who wants it. Juan Severio on the run. Cody Stanley on the run, and it's going to pop off the top of the dugout for the Blue Crabs on the third base side and out of play.
I don't got it. Big Mike got it. Big Mike's got it. I almost got it.
So 1-2 down to Martinez, who's 0 for 3 tonight, and that is a sight to behold for Skeeters faithful. He's still hitting .318 on the year. But he has swung a hot bat to open this year. Has 7 RBIs, 3rd in the league. Ruby Silva actually came in tied for 2nd in the league with his 8 hits. And who was he tied with? CJ McElroy. And now has 9 hits. He got his hit today. Frank Martinez fouls that one back now. 1-2. Frank the Tank. He's got a shin guard on his right leg. Kevin Comer on the mound for your Skeeters. Ruby Silva, who singled off him into left field. He's on first base. Pitch up and away. 2-2 now. 1 down. Kevin Comer has 6 seasons at the affiliate level. He's averaged 8.6 strikeouts per 9 innings at the affiliate level. And does he have a strikeout here? The check swing to the umpire. They point to third base, but he's actually standing behind the pitcher's mound. And he says it's a ball, so now it's a 3-2 count here, 1 away. We'll see if Ruby Silva is on the move. See if Stan Clyburn elects to get him going. 3-2 from Comer, and Comer's going to pick off before, make sure to keep him honest. Comer listed at 6'3", 205 pounds. The right-hander on the 3-2 delivers on the move as Silva that chops it to Juan Severio, foul. So Silva will have to trot back on over to first base. Comer was taken by the Blue Jays with the 57th overall pick of the 2011 draft out of Seneca High School in Tabernacle, New Jersey. Some big words there. 3-2 now. 1 down here in the top of the 8th inning. On the move again is Silva. That's chopped to the right side this time. And foul out of play. Danny Reynolds, we just mentioned him, almost made a nice play. Foul ground.
Yeah, I imagine it's a little different than
So Ruby Silva on first with a 1-out single. Angeles needing to ground it back to Comer to begin things here. Skeeters with a 2-1 lead. Ryan Courts, home run back in the 6th inning. A 2-run shot has staked your Skeeters to a 2-1 lead, and Silva on the move again. Flied into shallow left field. Cody Ashley, Silverio on the run. Silverio backhanded, tried to Willie Mays, catch it over the shoulder, does not get it, but it's still a foul ball, so no harm done. Would have been a phenomenal play from Silverio, but he unable to get the basket catch.
casing and then smoke. That's what it is. It's smoke.
So 3-2 now to Frank Martinez, 0 for 3.
You can't find that out. But a lot of people don't make it that way. They don't cube it and all. They do it around. It's almost like sausage. It's not really on doing.
And on the move again is Silva. That one's taken up for a ball. So threatening here are the Blue Crabs. They got runners on first and second. The walk to Martinez there. Comer is going to bring up Craig Maddox, the DH.
Boudin's not supposed to have ground meat in it. No, cold meat. It's got to have the shredded meat in it. Not ground.
Let's look at Maddox tonight. He is 0 for 3. He's grounded out to shortstop, struck out, and grounded out to second base as well. Grounded out here to second or short would probably end the inning. 1 down, runners on second and first. First pitch from Comer, swung on a miss by Maddox for strike 1. Maddox, the left-handed hitting DH for the Blue Crabs. He's also their hitting coach. Much like the Skeeters, the Blue Crabs have a pitching coach and a hitting coach who are also players. Daryl Thompson, he got the start tonight. In line for the loss, he's their pitching coach. Hitting coach is Greg Maddox. Outside, 1-1 now. Josh Prince, he's your hitting coach for the Skeeters, and Roy Merritt, the lefty, Old Faithful, he's your pitching coach. Out here is Sugarland.
Pretty nasty, huh?
It's like the spear. It's like trying to drink that.
That one swung on a miss, fouled off, but hung on. And I believe that was a foul ball, so I don't know how Ruby Silva was able to advance there. It was off the glove. It was a
That's almost
Okay, well, Ruby Silva on to third base there as what looked to be a foul tip off the bat of Maddox. Caught by Cody Stanley, but Silva moves to third base. So 1 and 2 now. Runners in the corners. Martinez did not advance, so he's still hanging out over there at first base. Double play ball still in effect. And that one's lunged at and lined foul behind home plate. Kevin Comer on the mound for your Skeeters. Getting his third appearance of the year. And that one is hit high and fouled off to the left side. Out of play. Kevin made his first appearance back in Friday night's game against the Blue Crabs, playing a 7-game series here at Constellation Field. And that night he faced Craig Maddox and he struck him out swinging. Did not face him on Sunday. The Skeeters fell to the Blue Crabs. So 1-2 now, 1 out, grounded up the middle. Nice play below Maddox. He flips to Rondon for 1. Rondon over to Loney. He got him. Double play, 4-6-3, and the Skeeters get out of this one unscathed. They still hang on to a 2-1 lead. A beautiful double play ball gets them out of trouble here in the bottom of, or the top of the 8th. The Skeeters coming to bat. They lead 2-1 over the Blue Crabs here on a Tuesday night at Constellation Field.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or kids run the bases on Sunday Funday. For more information, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Winter is coming to Constellation Field. Come help us celebrate the final season of Game of Thrones on May 11th, as we'll be hosting a GOT night as we take on the Long Island Docks. Fans in attendance will take home a Pete and Gavilia Game of Thrones themed bobblehead. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime chance to take the throne and take in some Skeeters baseball. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to get your tickets now.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Funday where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Juan Silveria steps on in, and it's time for the bottom of the 8th here at Constellation Field. Skeeters 2-1 lead over the Blue Crabs just past 9:30 here in Sugarland, Texas. On a kind of an uncharacteristic game from what we've seen early on, a low-scoring affair. Skeeters, though, on the upper hand, 2-1. First pitch from new pitcher Ryan Chafee. Misses outside for a ball. Ryan Chafee in on relief for Adam Choplick and Daryl Thompson. Thompson surrendered both runs. That was a Ryan Court home run back in the 6th, a 2-run shot. It's been all the Skeeters needed as Silverio takes a strike 1-1 now.
Kathy Whitmire. Remember her?
Chafee going to make it his second appearance of the year. Silverio swings through that one, fouls it. On Saturday night, he threw 2 scoreless innings, hit a batter, walked a batter, struck out 3, as the Skeeters went on to win that one 6-3. A hit batter, if you remember, actually was James Loney. He hit him in the hand. Talked to Loney, he's doing all right. That was a scary scene. Actually knocked his helmet off, too. Just a very kind of interesting scene, but Loney all right. And Silverio hits that one right on the nose, off the glove of Nina, into the shallow right field. Likely for a base hit here. Juan Silverio already has a single to his credit back in the 6th. Is on with a leadoff hit for now to begin things here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Silverio back in the 6th, actually led off the inning with a single and then came around to score Ryan Court's home run, which has put the Skeeters up 2-1. And warming with the bullpen is a formidable figure, Jumbo Papa Felipe Paulino, getting hot. He's already got 1 save on the year, hoping he's getting a chance for another here as Cody Ashe takes it inside for a ball from Ryan Chafee. Felipe with a save on Saturday night's game. He's your Skeeters single season all-time saves leader. 33 last season to help your Skeeters to the title. And that one hits Ashe right near the left butt cheek. That's going to hurt a little bit. And Ashe going to be on board here with the hit by pitch. So quickly, runners on first and second here. And it's part of the order doing the damage, and why not? It's the middle part of the order, 3, 4, 5 for your Skeeters. Juan Silverio, Cody Ashe, and Ryan Court in steps that man, the dude tonight, Ryan Court. It's 2 for 3, had a double back in the 2nd, and his 2-run shot in the 6th inning, his first of the year, has put the Skeeters up 2-1.
He's got it. Most sure.
And they're going to check on Cody Ashe there, Max Mahaffey and Pete Cavilla, both given a chance to maybe catch his breath. He got hit just right squarely in the lower back area. Cody Ashe, that's the 2nd time he's been hit by a pitch this year, actually. He was hit on opening day, and the hands actually had to leave the game. Was able to return, obviously, nothing too crazy, but easy for me to say here in the broadcast booth. Give him a chance to catch his breath. Solid move.
It's a blood-sucking bitch. Leave her alone.
Oh, no, now here to Ryan Court. Ryan Chafee on the mound for the Blue Crabs, and he takes strike 1 outside.
Am I right? I'm right.
Ryan Chafee, as you mentioned, the hit by pitch. He hit James Loney. Actually, that was the first batter he faced back on Saturday night and hit Loney on the hands. Loney on deck now. He's okay and hits Cody Ashe here with nobody down. Runners on 2nd and 1st. Court takes low and away, 4 strikes, so quickly 0-2 now from Chafee to Court. Ryan Chafee spent some time with the Blue Crabs last year as well. It's 2-2 with a 4.59 ERA and 70 relief appearance for those Blue Crabs. Hell yeah, Kyle Dawson coming in like a bat out of hell, storms on in and puts the headphones on just in time here.
Let's put this away, Posy.
Nobody down here. Runners on 1st and 2nd, and Court takes low. Charlie Valerio scoops it up. Kyle was here with me for the first few innings tonight, and he's back in the saddle.
Well, you know, Posy, I had to make a few stops, see our season ticket holders, our suite holders, and make sure they're having a good time.
You guys have like actually important jobs. I'm just here relaying the baseball info, and I don't move a lot. I just sit right here. I actually sleep in here as well. I've got a nice little cot. Put on my Netflix, watch my Game of Thrones in here.
Okay, I'm glad you told me that because I didn't know that before. I'd hope you have a home.
Nope, I sleep in here. I got a mini fridge. I got my George Foreman grill. I'll be kicking us some fajitas later if you're down, Kyle.
All right, looks good.
Yep. Wow. Throw some peppers on the grill.
I appreciate
I'm always gracious. Not afraid to share my home. 1-2 now to Court. Check swing. Did he go? He did not.
Your loyalty is beyond service.
2-2 now.
Very good, Posey.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 2-2 now. Court. Ryan Chafee on the mound. The Blue Crabs veteran.
How about those Silver Skeeters tonight?
Yeah, they're raising some.
Man, they're out.
They're bringing the heat.
They're still here.
Why not? It's a close game, 2-1. Bottom of the 8th inning. Felipe Paulino warming up. Could see him here. It's always a treat when you get Felipe into the game. I know his intro music now, too, and it's pretty awesome as Court takes upstairs. So full count now. Ryan Chafee having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone. He walked one and hit one in just his 2 innings of work last time. So control has eluded him just a bit in the early parts of this year. Ryan Court, full count. Juan Silverio at second. He led off with a single. Cody Ashe at first. He was just hit by a pitch. And here comes a 3-2 to Court. Check swing. Another one. Did he go around? First base umpire shakes his head. No. And Ryan Court.
No, and that was a good call.
I think so, too.
That ball was way out and high, and, he did hold it up. And umpire's still giving the call, like, no, he did not go.
I think the Blue Crabs were itching and pleading. They are not awarded it, though. So bases loaded now. And in steps James Loney, not a person you want to see with the bases loaded, hitting .304 on the year. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He's got one more chance likely to extend that 5-game hitting streak to open the year. I'm sure that's all he's thinking about right now.
No, and a hitter like this, don't throw him something in the zone.
And the infield not really able to play back with the bases loaded, which they would usually do with Loney. The 0-0 breaking ball catches the outside part of the play, strike one. So I had some clarification on the rule about playing toward the shift line. It's after the pitch is released, you're allowed to cross the shift line. So
okay, I noticed that earlier when I was off the air with you. Edwin Garcia, he would take that one step over.
Yep, and a wild pitch, but corralled by Valero. No one advances, so 1-1 now. So,
but Loney popped up closer to the third base side of the shortstop, and he made that play. But it just goes to show you, some of these guys, they know the shift's there.
Yeah.
And eventually, as Deacon Jones would say, you're a hitter. Get up there, hit the ball where they're not.
Well, a lot of times they shift running to hit the ball on the right side of the infield, but he's beat the shift a ton as Valero was trying to backpick somebody there. Don't know who. Ball is inside 2-1. Nina had been playing him back in shallow right field almost the entire series, and if he was playing a little bit close to first base, he'd hit it toward the middle. If he was playing a little bit close to second base, he'd hit it toward the right side. It doesn't really seem like Loney's a shiftable player.
Well, Garcia's way up the middle. Martinez a little closer to the line. Don't think Loney's not thinking that way.
2-1, hit to center field.
Deep
enough, it looks like, to bring in Silverio. Cut by Vaughn. Silverio on the move. He's going to score easily. Garcia cuts it off. Court with a nice heads-up play. He'll tag up from first, and Cody Ashe tagging up from second as well. And tag another one on for your Skeeters. A sac fly. James Loney.
And that's what a veteran baseball player does right there. I'm not going to say him, because of MLB, but that's what a good MLB player does right there. He hits the ball deep, gets the run in, and advances the runners.
Not trying to do too much with it there, as Kyle was saying. Just a veteran presence, knows that all he had to do was hit a ball into the outfield to get the run in. And in a 2-1 game, that run is mighty valuable. The Skeeters now lead 3-1, and Cody Stanley, he's going to just walk on over to first base, as the Blue Crabs are going to look to intentionally walk him.
There? He just took that, didn't he?
He did.
He just said, "Hey, you know what, guys?
Well,
I'm taking the walk."
Well, now that's the new rule. you just give him the
I know.
Give him the force signal. There's no throwing the ball now, and so Will Maddox with the bases loaded, gonna have a chance to maybe break this one open. Will Maddox, since Kyle left, he's had a pair of hits. He had a double back in the 7th inning, had a single in the 5th inning. He's 2 for 3. Former Detroit Tigers prospect. He was with Double-A Erie. Now is a Skeeter and hits that one into shallow right field. Medium depth action. Ruby Silva on the run's going to make the catch. Tagging is Cody Ashe. He'll come to score. Standing up. So an RBI. A sac fly from Will Maddox. First RBI is a Skeeter, and that's going to push the Skeeters lead to 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th.
He did what his job was meant to be. Just go up there, hit a fly ball and score that run. That's all you need to do.
Yep, Skeeters they loaded the bases with nobody out, and a pair of sac flies, one from James Looney, now one from Will Maddox, has put them up 4-1 as Felipe, he's still in save range. There are 2 down now, yep, and Navarro Rondon with a broken bat chopper, Nina to Matt Dan. That's going to end it, but the Skeeters, they put on a pair here. Sac flies from James Loney and a sac fly from Will Maddox. Papa is coming in this inning, folks. Felipe Paulino, you're not going to want to change that YouTube feed. Don't turn that dial. Skeeters lead 4-1. Felipe Paulino coming on for the save in just a moment.
The Skeeter Buddies Kids Club create countless memories that will last a lifetime for kids ages 4 through 12. With 2 packages that are sure to meet your budget, the Skeeter Buddies Kids Club, sponsored by Meadow and Sugar Mill Montessori Schools, offer exclusive moments, such as batting and pitching lessons with players and front-of-the-line privileges or Kids Run the Bases on Sunday Fun Day. For more information, visit sugarlandskeeters.com. Sugarland Skeeters, more than baseball.
The sickest show in town is coming to Constellation Field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganta ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
We move to the top of the 9th here at Constellation Field. Your Sugarland Skeeters lead the Blue Crowns 4-1. And in on the pitch here in relief, Papa Felipe Paulino Jumbo, the former Astro, number 1 on the Skeeters all-time single-season saves leaderboard, and also number 1 in our hearts. As I am joined by Kyle Dawson once again here in the booth, and Kyle, when you see Felipe come out here, that's a great sign for us, not a great sign for fellow Atlantic League teams.
No, and as you would say in baseball, the big donkey's coming out, and he's ready to throw some heat. Because he will do that, and we all love Papa.
Yep, we do.
He is awesome, and in his 3rd season with the Skeeters, his 16th in professional baseball, was former Astro, and everybody knows Felipe Paulino, the big Papa.
Yep, native of Pearland, Texas now.
Yeah.
Also from the Dominican Republic.
One of the nicest guys you're going to meet, and just a great guy for the organization. And I was just asking you, I forgot, it's hard to believe that he's not number 1 in saves, but Gary Majewski was there for many years, and he's going to creep up that board if he just keeps at it with a few more years. He's 35 years old, and so still brings the heat.
He brings the heat. He collected save number 50 back on Saturday night. Gary Majewski, all-time 72 saves, leads the Skeeters, so Felipe just 22 behind him. And he'll get Charlie Valera to lead things off. He chops it over to Will Maddox, who fills it on the run, throws it over to James Loney. Not a problem. 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Skeeters lead 4-1. Felipe Paulino on the mound looking for his 2nd save of the year, and he's off to a good start. Got 1 away here.
Yeah, that's what a veteran does, is he just throws a hard pitch down the middle and gets an out.
Yep.
That's what they do.
They
know how to do it.
And so imposing. He's 6'3", 270 pounds. Thank goodness he's a teddy bear. Cause,
he is.
He looks like just the scariest guy in the world, but he's actually the biggest sweetheart on the Skeeters team. One of the nicest guys, more charismatic guys in the clubhouse. But we'd be lost without him. I'm not afraid to say that. And Tony Thomas steps on in. He takes strike 1, 0-1.
Good fastball on the outside half at 93. Shows he still can locate the ball where he wants.
He absolutely can. Tony Thomas 1 for 2, hit by a pitch, had a double early in the ballgame, and he chops that foul. So Tony and Felipe, they shared a clubhouse last year, and now Tony has got a tough task here. No one down, 4-1 lead for the Skeeters, and Felipe Paulino, who led the league with 33 saves last year on the hill.
Unfortunate that he had the arm trouble and couldn't finish it out with the boys. And but he was here, just like Hawk.
Yeah, he didn't miss a game and swung on a miss. Uno, dos, adios. Tony Thomas down on strike swinging for out number 2 here at the top of the 9th.
Yeah, it was good to see him, and I will say, sitting down, having a cold beer, reading his teammates on, and, he was a big, big part of that championship season last year.
Big metaphorically and also literally.
Yeah.
He was, I mentioned, he's a glue guy in the clubhouse. That's such a cliche, but he really is. Like, he's every day it's, hey, Papa, how you doing? Like, he's just such a fun guy to be around.
Him, a Coco, and a Giansanti. I mean, and it sucks for Anthony not being able to start the season. And, he's going to bounce back. That guy's an athlete.
Man. Yeah.
So he'll be back, guys, before the next homestand. And be ready because
he's angry now. He's got a little pent-up energy.
I'm sure he's going to be hitting the ball a ton.
It's like a mongoose. 1-0 now to Corey Vaughn, the center fielder. 2 down here at the top of the 9th. Strike one from Felipe Paulino, who was 1 out away from notching his 2nd save of the season here.
Good hard-riding low fastball there. It's only at 90 miles an hour, but that's a tough pitch to hit. I mean, when he throws it that low and keeps it down, and a little movement coming from the middle to the out.
Yep,
it's hard to hit.
Definitely is. 1-1 now. 2 down. Corey Vaughn breaking ball. Nice job by Felipe. Kind of about middle toward the belt line and skipped into the dirt. Vaughn does a nice job of taking it. 2-1.
Yeah, that's a hard pitch for Vaughn to probably lay off a little bit there.
He got
especially with the game with 2 outs and that's a tough one.
That was a tough one for sure. So 2-1 now. Paulino to Vaughn. He fouls that one off now. 2-2. So the Blue Crabs down to their final strike here on Tuesday night at Constellation Field. Skeeters with a 4-1 lead. Felipe Paulino. Papa looking for save number 2 of the season as the fans rise to their feet.
And you look at it, it's an 80-mile fastball that he fouls off, and fans think though, hey, that's still 89. I mean, hey, they're gonna get their velocity back. These guys still have to catch up to it. They're still got to catch up to these balls.
2-2. Vaughn pops that one straight up in the infield. Let's see who calls this one. Alvaro Rondon calls him off, and that is gonna do it. Skeeters win 4-1, move 4-2 on this young season. Light up that Texas scoreboard. Your Skeeters have notched a dub tonight.
As Harry Carey would say, Skeeters wow.
Skeeters win.
Skeeters wow.
And that's a beautiful victory. Back-to-back wins to open up this week.
The Skeeters wow. Everybody wow.
4-1 win. Sugarland Skeeters on top of the Blue Crabs here tonight on a night.
Pop a nice cold Budweiser.
Oh, we'll get
I
to
know
that.
I will. Will you?
That's a 4-1 win for your Skeeters. We'll take a commercial break here and be back with the post-game recap in just a few. Ryan Posner with Kyle Dawson. Skeeters, 4-1 victory tonight over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs on Tuesday night at the ballpark.
The field on May 4th. You've seen them on MTV. Now come watch the global leader in action sports entertainment perform their award-winning You Got This show. The Nitro Circus crew owns over 45 X Games medals. Not to mention, the Nitro Circus Giganza ramp launches riders 5 stories into the air. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com to find the sickest seat for the sickest show in town. The 2018 Atlantic League champions Sugarland Skeeters are back to defend their title. Come visit Constellation Field, winner of the 2018 Atlantic League Ballpark of the Year, and watch Pete and Gavilia build off an incredibly successful debut season. Returning to this year's roster are 2018 Skeeters MVP Anthony Jansanti and fan favorite Albert Cordero. Joining them are longtime Major Leaguers and Houston natives James Loney and Mark Lowe. With over 30 former Major Leaguers on last year's roster, you're guaranteed an elite level quality of baseball for an affordable price where there's something for the entire family. Individual tickets start as low as $9, and we have 4 exciting mini plans that will meet your needs. Visit SugarlandSkeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS to secure your spot to see all the action. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Your attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Welcome back. into the Skeeters broadcast booth. Your Skeeters, the defending champs of the 2018 Atlantic League, are victors tonight, 4-1. Ryan Posner here, joined by Kyle Dawson. Also, Harry Carey he's clouding my booth with heaters. I told you cannot smoke heaters in the broadcast booth anymore, Kyle. We're going to have to figure that out here as the season goes on. But nonetheless, Skeeters 4-1 win tonight. Let's tell you how they got there. Your Skeeters played at 2 runs in the second inning as a 2-run home run by Ryan Court. That came after a run in the third inning from the Blue Crabs as a sac fly from Evan Garcia got them in the lead. Then Court put us ahead 2-1 in the sixth. Skeeters scored 2 more in the 8th inning. Sac flies from James Loney and Will Maddox put us up 4-1, and Papa came on in and shut the door at his second save of the year. Your winner tonight was Alec Asher. He threw a scoreless inning of relief. Holes from James Dykstra and Kevin Comer, and somehow, some way, the Skeeters got to Daryl Thompson, who seems to be untouchable in the Atlantic League, but not tonight. He allowed 2 runs on 7 hits and 5 in the third innings pitched. Struck out 3 and walked 0. Before I go to Kyle for his final thoughts, tomorrow morning we got a matinee affair at the ballpark, 11:05 a.m. Baseball and Education Day here at Constellation Field. It's going to be Craig Stem on the mound for the Blue Crabs against Connor Wade. Craig Stem, no record and a no ERA, and Connor Wade owned one with a 9 ERA. So that's going to pretty much do it here. Kyle, you got to join me early. You joined me late. You were my finisher and my closer here on tonight. What are your thoughts on a night at the ballpark here?
Well, I think it's a testament to the Skeeters team. You know, you take Thompson, who's a good quality starter, and they put 7 hits and 2 runs on the board for him. They just battle, and then they keep persevering. You know, and I think this team will come together eventually. You know, they're very young as far as knowing each other. We don't get a lot of time in the Atlantic League to gel. So, you know, probably when they leave here or the next day on Thursday morning when they hit that bus ride and that plane, I think that's where you're probably going to start seeing them gel a little bit. And we'll probably have some rough times, I bet, on the road as we usually do that first time because they're getting adjusted. But, you know, we always come back, and it was like last year's team. I mean, they'll find a way to become as one and start winning ball games and doing things. But I saw that tonight. I mean, they played the game the way it's supposed to be played. Hit the ball, play station to station. You field the ball, but you're running, you're moving, you're putting the pressure on the Blue Crabs, and that's what they did. And they came out and got the victory. And, you know, now they're 4-2 on the season, and, you know, it's going to be a great year. And I think Pete's really put a good team out there that we can be proud of. I mean, unfortunately, we know we're going to lose some of these guys, but, you know, we've got some good nucleus starting to form.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Kyle. Well, the Skeeters move to 4-2 on the young season. Blue Crabs fall to 2-4. That's going to do it for us tonight. Skeeters win 4-1. We'll be back here at 11:05 tomorrow morning. A little breakfast and baseball here at Constellation Field. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back here with a little more baseball. Thank you for tuning in here at Constellation Field, and have a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Your attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.